in pain like me. Bought $100 bottle of champagne like me, just to pour that motherfucker down the drain like me. Would you use your water bill to dry the stain like me? Are you high enough without the Mary Jane like me? Do you tear yourself apart to entertain like me? Do the people whisper about you on the train like me, saying that you shouldn't waste your pretty face like me? Say you can't wake up, this is not a dream. Your blood is a machine, you are not a human being. We should face all it up, living on a screen. Blow our self-esteem so we run on gasoline. I think there's a flaw in my code. These voices won't make me alone. And my heart is gold and my hands are cold. Are you deranged like me? Are you strange like me? Lighting matches just to swallow up the flame like me? Do you call yourself a fucking hurricane like me? Pointing fingers cause you never take the blame like me. Humans are gonna behave as we think we always should. Yeah, we can be bad as we can be good. Say, you can't wake up, this is not a dream. The heart is a machine, you are not a human being. We should face all it up, living on the screen. Low our self-esteem so we run on gasoline. I think there's a flaw in my code. These voices won't let me alone. And my heart is gold and my hands are cold. Got everything and nothing got it but temptation. Were we born to abuse you, a gun and run? Or has something deep inside of us gone undone? Is it a human trait or is it learned behavior? Are you killing for yourself or killing for your savior? Underneath it all, we're just savages hidden behind shirts, ties and marriages. How can we expect anything at all? We're just that lost, still learning how to people say you can't wake up, this is not a dream. Your heart is a machine, you are not a human being. We should face all it up, living on the screen. Blow our self-esteem so we run on gasoline. I think there's a flaw in my code. These voices won't leave me alone. And my heart is gold and my hands are cold. My heart is gold and my hands are cold. Hey, everybody coming in. Can you hear me okay? Hey, Gossip Girl BK, good to see you. Oh, I was just watching your channel. Can someone please drop Gossip Girl BK's channel? Because she's like one of my very favorites. And I've been subbed to her for a really long time. She covers a lot of crime in the New York City area and other places too. But I believe she's from Brooklyn. And I freaking love her voice. I love her channel. She does so good. And she is not like me. There's no drama over there. No crazy people. She has such a great channel. Please sub to her if you are into what she does. Hey, Heel JW. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're well. Wow. It's been a long time. Sarisa. Good to see you. Hey, little Dev. Thanks, everybody, for waiting. It wasn't a long wait. I have to apologize to Down a Dark Alley. My apologies. I kind of got upset with you because I thought you were rushing me, but I guess you weren't, you said. So I'm usually always late. I tried to be like 20 minutes late, but I was 30 minutes late. So that's pretty good, actually, because sometimes I'm like 2 hours late over here. um, Hey, Casey K. Lisa, hey. Nice to see you guys. Let me just go through the chat because I haven't been here in forever. And I just want to say hi to everybody really quickly. And I know I missed a couple things, but we'll get right into it. I'm not gonna take too long. So let's see. Trish, hey. Crime Sleuthin says she sounds really familiar in this video, a lot like Betty. Am I right? Yeah, she does act like Betty. It's funny that Crime Sleuthin said that because I think I just said that the other day. The difference is that Chasing and Gavel, Krama Mama, and Crew, they just don't do it in the wide open, right, in front of everyone. They do it behind the curtain where no one can see. And that's why no one really ever knows what's going on. And they don't know just how bad it really is, right? So where Bullhorn Betty is out there acting crazy in front of the world, we don't see that, right? We hear about things. This is going to be a little bit, this is not just going to be tonight. I have a feeling this is going to be probably a weekend situation into next week. Because as I was preparing for this live, I started getting overwhelmed. I think I have done at least 7 live streams over the last several years about this very subject. And I have probably 20 links that I sent to myself that are all relevant to this situation. So yesterday, if you missed it, Chasing kind of lit a fire under my ass, and I wasn't even expecting to deal with her. I figured, she would come into the chat. I was up on QB's channel, and I went up there to ask a question about all of the shit going on with doxing kids and stuff like that. And I wanted to know like how Deets and Chasing are responding to all this stuff. And there she came right up on panel, and it turned into Days of Old. And the way that it all went down, I always think like if things like that take place, then it's meant to happen and it's necessary. So I guess everything happens for a reason, and all roads lead to somewhere, and that's what I believe. So here we are. But I have a feeling I'll be sitting here for a couple days at least. And I'm fine with that because I think it's important enough to pay attention and give attention to what's actually all going on. And I was very quiet through all the documentary riffraff, right? Like questions about this documentary that's supposed to be happening and all these questions circulating around, about documentary about Summer. And we'll get into all of that, but there's just too much to cover in one night. So this is going to probably be maybe a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 part series, possibly like the old days, So I'm here for it. I'm always here for it, right? So let me see here real quick. I just want to say hi to everybody. Scout, good to see you. Thank you for being here. C for Cats. Day Tripper, coming with receipts. I wish they would come with some receipts, but all we get is these stories. Like it's almost as if they're fake and made up. Because the truth never changes. So all of these changing stories don't really make sense to me. Beach Lady says, my pet peeve is loyalty and truth. Yeah. Vera Espresso says, who is she talking to? But the funny thing is, I'm still far back on this. I think she had to be talking about chasing on the intro. Who is she talking to? She's talking to everybody on that one. We're going to go over some of this so it'll make sense. People that weren't here for it when it happened maybe can get caught up, but we're going to refresh because now the stories are changing and it'll all be a little bit more clear. And little by little, as more people open their mouth, we get a little bit more information, right? And then one person kind of throws their friend under the bus because things are not lining up with what was said before. You forget your lies, right? You never forget the truth, but you're always going to forget your lies, especially when there's like 4 people lying. They can't keep up with one another and what they're telling people. And then it turns into quite the shit show. So it's always the way. Memphis Mommy Mars, Sage Sleuth, Yanni. Let me move down here the line because I'm going to waste a lot of time. The truth always comes out. Yeah, it does. It sure does. I don't know how long it'll take for the truth to come out in this situation, but I guess we'll see. Pam O'Connor, good to see you. Pam O'Connor is so sweet all the time. Yanni, welcome back. Thank you for becoming a member. My memberships were shut off. So listen, I wanted to say this also. My memberships were shut off for like a couple months because I hadn't been live in over a month back in the summer, and they shut them off. So they turned them back on. Was it yesterday? Because I was going to go live yesterday. And when I started going into my YouTube studio to pick out like my old live streams, it said, you're a YouTube partner again. So it when I reapplied, which was super easy, I thought I was going to have to enter all my information and all over again, but it didn't. It was just one click. And then last night when I was sending stuff to myself to go live about, because I was going to go live after that panel, but I actually was waiting for Queen Bee to unlist the live stream for me so I could record the part with me and Chasing Truth on panel. And she did send it to me, but it was like late in the evening. So I saw it and it turned back on, but I just want people to know that if they didn't go in and cancel it, then they got charged. And I don't want anybody, like, I think they just spring it on people. So check to make sure, like, if you're not able to do memberships and you can't afford it right now or whatever, please don't feel like you need to be a member. Like, if you need to cancel, it's okay. I totally understand. I know times are hard for people. It's Christmas time. But I just don't want it to be sprung on anybody. And then, I don't know, some people might overdraft over something like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, I don't think they give people a heads up. Like, they don't get the option. I think it just comes right out. So just know that my memberships are back on and everything is good at, whatever you decide to do. So thank you so much, Cheesecake, for being a member for 34 freaking months. Oh my God. 34 months. That's so long. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you, for real. 34 months is such a long time. Thank you. And that really means so much to me. And it means so much to me that you're always here. Like, truly, I really mean that. All of the people who show up, whether you're my mods or subscribers, I appreciate everyone, even if you're not a member and you've been here for however long. I appreciate you for being here. It means a lot to me to see the people coming back, over and over and over again. Casey K, welcome back. Thank you so much. CP, good to see you, girl. Okay, drive safe, Casey. You never liked her? I assume you mean Chasing Truth. I did. I actually really, really liked Chasing Truth. I used to really think the world of her. long ago. Sage Sleuth, I thanked you in the chat, but I'm going to thank you again. Thank you so much for being a member for almost a year. Bear with me, you guys, while I go through the chat. I don't want to just ignore everybody in here. Hey, Ravens and Crows, good to see you. Thanks for being here with us. Mommy Mars, beautiful Mommy Mars. So down a dark alley, this is why I thought she was like rushing me, or he, I don't know who it is. They said, is this happening today or is it posted as a wrong date? Anyone talk to Tiffany? And then later they were like, it's been a really long time, but I guess they were talking about how long it's been since I've been live. Because, you know, I don't sit around on YouTube every day pretending to have things to talk about to grift off of the entire community, right? Right? There's like a prayer garden, you guys. You like her, right? Hey, Mac49, good to see you. You all are lucky to be December babies. I'd love my birthday to be the Christmas month. I don't mind being a December baby. I guess like when I was younger, I always wanted to have pool parties like all the other kids that were born in the summer. I could never have a pool party for my birthday because my birthday is in December. So that was like the only downfall about being a snow angel for my birthday. It's okay to have a December birthday, I guess. I don't know. December 4th is my birthday, and it's a special day, of course. It was the day I was born. But and I guess Jody's birthday is really close to mine as well. I don't believe it's December 4th, but she went live. And shit, I think she celebrated more than I did because she had a whole bottle of Jose Cuervo and she was dressed up in the freaking Santa Claus dress or Mrs. Claus dress, whatever it was. So happy birthday to Jody Sue Brown as well. She has a December birthday as well. Okay, hold on one sec. Looking forward to this live. I'm sorry I bitched you out. Cassie Grace. So great to be here. Great to see TM live. It's been a while. I know it has been, and I'm sorry I've been away so long. I've been busy. I fall into my real life. I'm always on YouTube, like watching stuff, but sometimes it's such a friggin' hassle to come here and go live because once you start going live, you have to like continue on and on and on. This place sucks the life out of you sometimes, you know? C for Cats, welcome back. Thank you so much for being a member. Trish, member for 32 months. Thank you very much, Trish. Just like cheesecake, that's such a long time, and I really, really, really appreciate that. It's like true dedication for real. Beach Lady, don't worry about a membership. I know you talk about it all the time. Don't even worry about it. It's no big deal. And thank you for being here. That's all I care about. They're just that you're here. Memphis Mommy Mars, 34-month member. You wear a crown, Memphis Mommy Mars. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. I got to give Stardusted a wrench. Hold on. I'm like looking at my phone too. Give me one sec. I'm going to add as a moderator. Hold on. Hey, Ziggy, I see you. All right, let me move down this line. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Cassie Grace is decorating her Christmas tree while listening to this. I feel honored about that. I don't know why, but I do. I'll try to keep this not vulgar then. Okay. Hey, Andy Cruz. Good to see you. Kelly Under Chandeliers, welcome to my chat. Jinx, hey. Daniel Berry Sports, Sarah Silva. Thank you so much. Welcome back. You guys are so good to me. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Sunshine Girl, hey. Don't underestimate TM when she comes with the truth. This is the thing, though. How can I bring the truth when the people I'm covering will not tell the truth to save their life. It's making it very difficult. And I'm wondering when this community is going to actually push back. I do see a lot of people questioning things. Finally, it's taken long enough. But I won't judge how long it took because some people take longer than others, truly. And I've seen that over the years. Like, not everyone's going to notice the things that you notice in the time that you notice them. Or, we could be sitting here covering this for the last 2 years, but it doesn't mean that, like, for instance, Ziggy, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but Ziggy has recently come to the realization that things are just not jiving and things are not right. And she's starting to ask questions. And I will be honest, when I was listening to her, I'm like, has she been living under a rock? And I had made a couple community posts to her and I was trying to explain, but I don't want to get frustrated with her because, everybody's doing their own thing. And some people get blinded at times, like for instance, Chasing Truth. I think she's blinded by some things. But then again, I don't even want to give her that credit because she fully knows and is aware of what she's doing, which is hard for me because I want to give her the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Like, yeah, okay, maybe she's just naive. But at what point do you say to yourself, this is not a naive person? This is a person that doesn't want to admit they're at fault. Like, God forbid, Chasing Truth was to say, you know what? I agree with you. This isn't all the way on the level. Well, of course she's not going to say that because she's fully involved in all of this, right? That was a hard pill to swallow for me and for others. It really was. And I think even still to this day, people are having trouble. So I want to just bring attention to something really special quickly. If you could all congratulate Nana. As you see, she is not Nana 5 anymore. She's not Nana 6 anymore. She's Nana 7. Congratulations, Nana. She's one of the best Nanas in the entire world. And I seriously am just so happy for her and all the blessings in life, truly, with her grandbabies. Congratulations, Nana. I love you. We love you. So congratulate Nana. Okay. Okay, Lil Deb. Hey, how are you? Michelle B. Hey, it's been a while. Hope I find everyone okay. I think everyone's okay. I hope. Sagittarius. Yeah, we're pretty cool. We're pretty cool. I'm just not a traveler. I've never been a traveler is the only thing. So Sagittariuses are known for traveling like the world. And I have an extreme fear of flying and heights. And I do fly. I have flown, but it scares me. And I have to medicate to get on a plane. But I don't like getting up high. I think the most I do is like when my son was little, I would get on the Ferris wheel. I'm terrified of heights. So, which makes me a non-traveler unless I'm on a boat. I love ferry boats. I love boats. I will take the train anywhere. Cars, whatever. Planes terrify the shit out of me. So, I'm not a traveling Sagittarius, but maybe in my older years, because now I'm 39, maybe I'll travel a little more. And I think I will. Hey, Lisa. Valmy, you got gifted a membership. I gifted 10 memberships earlier and you were one of them. Oh, and in a minute, I don't want to forget. I will read out the people that got them. Again, sorry I'm taking so long. And I need to mod one more person. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. Body Dysmorphia by Katie. Can you type in my chat again? Mrs. Fletcher, hey, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Deb Mundorf, hi. Jax, good to see you. I hope the baby's doing good. I would love to see a picture. It's been like a year. I bet he's getting so big. Crime Sleuthin', hey. Okay, let's see. Who else? Heal JW, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's do the damn thing. Yes, Summer, I know you're probably, can you shut the fuck up now? I'm trying. I just want to say hi to everybody quick. And I hate when people do this, but it's been a really long time. So I have to say hi to everybody. And if I'm missing you, I apologize. Where is body dysmorphia? There. There she is. Hold on a minute. Add as a moderator. Okay. So, hold on one sec. Oh, you lit up Nonsense's butt the other night too, right? No, I don't think so. She came up on QB's panel yesterday too, and then she went live, and someone sent me a clip of her saying that she loves calling people out when they lie about her and something else. No one even talked about her. What is she talking about? I didn't talk about her. I didn't lie about her either. It's like people want to be a part of things, just like she wanted to be a part of when I said for Tasting Truth to put a bra on before she talks shit to me. Nonsense made that about her somehow, like 7 months or 8 months later, or a year later. I don't even know how long it's been. She starts shaking her tits at me while she was on a live, and over and over and over again, acting like I ever brought up her breasts. I never did that. They just want to be a part of things. Like, it's unbelievable. I don't know why. So, anyway, there's a lot of weird things going on around here. And I'm not even familiar with some of these people because I don't even know them, you know? So mind your business. Hey, good to see you. Pretty Sweet Pete. Hi. Thank you for the other day. Appreciate you. I hope you got my comment. Rage Quit. Hey, good to see you too. Lisa, welcome to members. Thank you so much. Hey, Joyce. How are you? I want to just make sure that I don't miss anyone. Walter Cronkite, good to see you. It's been a while. A long time, actually, I think. Lisa, thank you. Oh, you guys. Ziggy Hill, I think this is the first time you've been in my chat with the last name Hill, huh? Oh, I need to unblock Jam. Bear with me. Give me just a few minutes. I'm going to do that. Ziggy asked if I would unblock Jam 420. I absolutely will. Just give me a moment. Let me get into what I'm doing and I will handle that. I did not forget. Jiggy. So we have Jiggy and Ziggy. I hope that people can hear the difference when I say it. Girl, I about died when I saw you on the clip of QB's panel. You talking to that lady. I about peed my pants. Are you talking about Amy? Oh my God. Listen, these people come at me sideways. And then when I respond, they freak out. So there was this guy yesterday. I don't even know him. His name's Psyops or something. And he said he didn't want me to be all hype, but he sounded like he was going to fall out, like he was nodding out or something, like he was just low vibrational of all low vibrations. That triggered the hell out of so many people. But so you're going to talk shit to me and say that I'm too hype, but you sound like you just shot up 10 times and I'm not allowed to say that? It makes no sense. So then Amy start coming at me sideways too. Tell me no one wanted to listen to me, to shut up, to just get off the panel already. I mean, so rude. I don't know these people. You know what I mean? So I give a little bit back and they freak the fuck out. It's like, what? Am I just supposed to lay down like a doormat and let these strangers walk all over me? I wouldn't do that in real life. Why would I do it on the internet? If you treat people with respect, they'll treat you with respect. Why would I be respectful to people that are not respectful to me? And I wouldn't tell anyone else to be respectful to people that are not respectful to them either. You know? And they get so triggered, like I'm a horrible person for giving it right back. You get what you give in this life. Usually you get it back tenfold. You know? I mean, grow a sack. Amen. Okay. JP says, I heard that from someone else that it was super easy to turn monetization back on. JP, I was actually really surprised because I literally, like, no bullshit. I think it was less than 24 hours. I swear. I don't remember. I think, was it today is the 6th. I was eligible to, so what happened was when it shut off on me, like YouTube thought I was a bot because I hadn't been live in over a month. So if you don't want to lose your monetization, make sure you go live at least within 30 days. This happened before, but I appealed it, and they do have bots that take away the monetization or whatever. So I appealed it. It worked. It went through just fine. But this time I missed the mark. So I thought it was like 20 days to appeal. It's 14. And I think I went into my YouTube studio on like the 16th day thinking, you know, it wasn't time yet to be up. But it said, you know, I missed the mark and I had to wait till November 28th. And this happened months ago. So I thought I was gonna, like, I literally thought I was gonna have to put everything, like social security number, my tax ID, like I thought I was gonna have to go through the whole thing again, PIN number, all that. And I didn't. Like, it was just a little click of a button and it was back. And I really didn't expect it to come back. I thought they were gonna say no. But yeah, it was very easy. And they also want you to like edit things and do all, and I didn't do really anything. So it was very easy to come back on. So I think it was just a bot that shut it off to begin with because I hadn't been live. They want you to be live all the time. They really do. So Whistledown, I want to thank Whistledown because Whistledown has been documenting these people for as long as they've been acting the way they've been acting, right? Whistledown sent me the mother load today of everything she has. And not just everything she has, like things she's uploaded. If you're not subscribed to Whistledown, please do. She does a lot of really great videos. She has been clocking these people like you wouldn't believe. And I want to give her credit because a lot of the things that I'm going to share over the next couple days and go over, she sent to me. So I appreciate that. That helps so much. So like cuts down so much time for me going and looking for things and everything. And like I messaged her this morning and I asked her for a couple things and she just sent literally, I think like 50 links. It was crazy. So Whistledown, thank you. And like I said, everything that I'm going to be going over, most of it, she made sure to send me the links to. So please know that. She says, my dog is sniffing at the bottom of the door like a dragon. Hold on, be back. Say hi. I'm here for you for days. Oh, thank you. Casey K gifted a membership. I don't know who got it, but thank you, Casey. And appreciate that very much. Thank you for doing that. Mrs. Fletcher, welcome to memberships. Nana's been a member for 33 whole months. Oh my God. Thank you, Nana. All right, I'm almost to the end, I think, here, guys. Nana, 33 months is so long. You guys like true blue. I'm glad my name isn't Pete Ame. I forgot about the petty part. Yeah, I know. That it was funny. It was really funny. And I don't normally do accents because what if you fuck them up, right? But that was funny. I did. I listened back to it last night and I was cracking up. Hey, Joyce, how are you? Stardust says Casey motherfucking K. JP is another one. Listen, I don't like many people. Um, I don't like many people on here. I really don't. But I really, really dig JP and I like the way she does her live streams and I like her content so much. I like that she's not afraid to say how she feels and I just really appreciate what she does. So if you're not subscribed to JP, please do. She has a great channel over there and she's a badass bitch. So I'm really down with that. Okay. And you will be too. Make sure you listen to her. Gigi, it's okay. Better late than never. Is Sarisa? Sarisa. Okay. Did I get through? I think I got through most of them. Jinx, member for 22 months. Thank you so much, Jinx. No, today isn't my birthday. It was 2 days ago. And I didn't come live and say, oh my God, it's my birthday. Have a birthday party with me. Yeah, I turned 39 freaking years old and I don't feel older. Usually I'm like, oh, I even feel a little older. I kind of feel younger lately. I have more energy and everything. It's kind of good. I like it. So it's nice. But I'm not going to celebrate my 40th birthday at all. I think I might have a nervous breakdown. I don't never want to turn 40 or above. I really don't. I'm scared. Indy, hey. Let's see. December baby there too. Happy birthday to all the December babies. I was the same. 6 birthday parties were canceled because of snowstorms. JP, do you know whose birthday parties were always canceled? My son, because he's a February baby. And I believe all of his birthdays in 20 years, except for 3 of them, we were in a state of emergency. And my baby shower got canceled. It had to be held out like 3 whole days. My son gets the snowstorm birthdays. I remember one year we were snowed in for days. And I didn't have cake mix. I didn't have candles. I made I made a cupcake and I had to use a toothpick for I had to use a toothpick for a birthday candle. And then I made up for it, of course. But we made the best of it. We were literally snowed in. We couldn't even open the front door. But he gets the snowstorms, the big ones. December 4th, usually we don't have like big snowstorms. Maybe a dusting or like an inch, but February, sometimes we have big, big storms. Thank you very much. Okay, so Shy, my baby girl was born December 23rd. Always have a birthday and Christmas. That's rough, Shy, because you have to do Christmas and birthday all at once. Happy early birthday to her. Sarisa, welcome back. Thank you so much. Indy, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Thank you so much. And thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Molly's saying happy birthday to me yesterday. She sang a different birthday song. It made me smile. It was really sweet. It's your birthday too on December 4th, Crime Sleuthin'? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God, happy birthday. Tiffany Marie is 50 years old. No, I'm not. Oh my gosh. No, not for another 11 years. And I hope I make it to my 50th birthday. Some people don't, right? She ran calling wildfire. Hey, how are you? Act Right Bitches says, hey TM, how do you feel about a creator that says a 6-month-old baby should be in the ground? Act Right Bitches, that doesn't sound right to me. Could you give a little context? I would need to hear what you're talking about, because I don't just trust people in the chat that say things like that. And I'm not saying you're lying. But I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what happened. If you want to send me something, you can, and I'll look at it and let you know. But I have no idea what you're referring to, and I also need to hear it with my own ears. So please understand. Thank you. Hey Dee, good to see you as well. You're decorating your tree too? 2 people are decorating their tree listening to me. Go put your Christmas music on. Aw, that's really sweet though. Linda Luhu, hey. Okay, let's see. All right, I don't want to skip a bunch of comments, but I'm going to get through here. Gossip Girl BK, thank you so much. JPG, good to see you. Gossip Girl, thank you for becoming a member. Hey, Sue. You just hit 49, Jinx. I'm so going to enjoy my last year in my 40s, as you should. She came up distracting from the conversation. Yeah, whistle down. That's what she does. She likes to manipulate everybody. Chasing truth, that is. She doesn't want the truth to be stated. She has a major problem with anyone talking about it. And then she will come up, flip, chop, and screw everything and expect people to just believe her. But so many people are actually so much wiser now. And they all know, because they've heard her tell these stories before and they hear them changing. And you can only get away with that for so long, you know? Nonsense is strange, says Kelly under chandeliers, calling MGL out and not knowing what really happened. I agree. And you know, Kelly, when she came up and asked me, I personally don't know Marissa to do those types of things. And I've never known her to call CPS on anybody. She threatened CPS on Cam and Allie long ago. I've never known her to actually make a call, though. So when Nonsense told me that she had made a call, my first initial reaction was, I don't know anything about this. And are those children being abused? Because I don't believe in my heart that she would do that unless she actually saw something that worried her. Nonsense clearly supports child abusers. I mean, clearly, because now I know what was going on. And I specifically asked, is there abuse going on, like neglect, anything? She said no, and they're in the right hands now, or something. Like, what does that mean? So they're in the right hands now. Does that mean that, you know, CPS stepped in and they're in the right hands now? So did she do the right thing? It sounds like she did. When you see people neglecting their children or abusing them, I'm not going to tell anybody not to reach out. There are children out there that do need help. Now, this is the thing. When Nonsense came up there yesterday, what she tried to do was she tried to deflect and distract, okay, and divert attention away from what I was discussing with chasing, right? It was about Jody Sue's daughter and what they did to her. Somehow we got on the subject of that. And Nonsense wanted to say, well, if you don't support CPS callers, then do you support Molly? Because she called CPS on Gigi, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know about that, so I couldn't answer. And, you know, I can't answer if I don't know the situation. Now that I'm more familiar, I'm not going to say she was wrong, because from what I understand, these children had severe tapeworm and were not being treated. Okay. That can kill you. You don't leave children to suffer with tapeworms. Okay. Or adults or anybody. It's not good. So clearly, I mean, I can't speak for nonsense, of course, but it kind of gives you an insight into what people are willing to accept. And I don't accept that. Shit, if you knew that a child was going untreated for that, wouldn't you want to help? Or no? I just don't get that. Yeah, crime sleuth, and it was yesterday. I don't feel like I handed her her ass because for me, like, I don't know, I feel like I was super mild. I think I was really nice to nonsense yesterday, actually. I listened to what she had to say and I wasn't rude to her. If anything, she was trying to make a statement and she wanted to be involved in something. Stardust is a nonsense is a strange bird. She talks out the back of her neck. I'm going to keep my comment to myself and I'm going to behave tonight, just for tonight. Okay. I'm in your feed again. Good. I'm glad they're not shadow banning me. Amanda Sue, when I think my house is dirty, I watch hoarders to make me feel better. And when I'm feeling ugly, I watch nonsense. Amanda Sue. Jesus. I really fucking love you guys. Lucky Lou Coco 2 says, did you hear Brittany J laugh her head off at that clip? No, I didn't. Did she laugh about it? I'll have to listen. Indy, I have laughed so many times since yesterday over that, for real. The amen? It was fun. I wasn't like trying to fuck with the lady. I was just like giving her back a little taste of her own medicine. No one ever likes that. BGPO. Do you know, you don't know me, but I have listened to you for a long time, long before you backed off of YouTube. I miss you. Well, thank you. I'm here. When I come live, I feel like I come live for like days in a row and then I take a couple weeks or a month or whatever. I just don't, if I had something to talk about that I was really interested in and that I was passionate about, I would come live about it, all the time. But these breaks that I take, I feel are necessary. And also too, like, what happens when I do get into something else and I don't want to be burned out, right? And it's like too, like, I feel like a lot of people don't take a break for their real life, and everybody should do that. East Coast Beauty, good to see you. And thank you, BGPO, for being here and supporting me and letting me know that you're in the bushes. Appreciate it. EKC people suck. I think I saw that channel earlier today, and there was a clip, I think, of me maybe from yesterday. Heal JW. Summer went missing June 15th of 2021. So it's been a while, and she's still missing. She's still out there, and she's still waiting. It's very important that she's found and that we do not drop the ball and forget her. A lot of things I feel like I've been moving and shaking around too, and we could talk about that too. Let's see. Okay. Chasing can't keep her lies straight around you. No, she can't, just Samantha. And I kind of like it. I like it because I'm sick and tired of her lies, and it's been going on for far too long. It really has. And I think we've all kind of had enough of that. No, but I do find it interesting is Gavel Geeks and Krama Mama, they're not out there, defending themselves and white knighting for chasing. Chasing has to keep her fish in line. She calls them her fish. Remember, Penny was the clownfish. Gavel was another type of fish. Mama was another type of fish. But chasing also has been known. Her fish die. She has a lot of things dying over there, not just the fish. Okay. She had dogs die. She had other animals die as well. So how long can she keep these lies alive if she can't even keep the fish alive? Gotta wonder and ask yourself. I don't think very long. It's been a long time, but this is not going to last forever. That's all I know. Hey, Dice Star, good to see you. How was my birthday? It was good. It was good. Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate it. Thank you, East Coast Beauty. Stacy Chit Chat's a member for 34 months. It's great to see you back. You have been missed. I missed you too. I was thinking about you, Stacy. Thank you for being a member for 34 freaking months. That's so long. The Paula Hour, good to see you. This is like the longest amount of time ever that I think I've spent saying hi to people. 2 Crows, good to see you. Driving, be careful, be safe. She ought to manipulate a bra strap. Just saying, says Stardusted. I could not agree more. They rag on me because I said I wear bras all the time, but I do, okay? I have little boobs, and I don't like when they're not supported. I just don't. It feels awkward to me. At least I'm not a slob. I could be walking around letting my boobs hang out all over the place, but I'm a mother, okay? And when I go out in public, especially, I put a bra on, okay? I don't know why people care that I wear a bra all the time, even when I sleep. You know what that means? My boobs are not going to hang down to the floor when I'm 50, okay? So I'll keep my tits in order and they can let theirs sag to the ground. That's all good. I don't care. They're not mine. These are mine and I like them. Okay? Okay. That's how I feel about it. Where is T-Bori? Did I pass right by her? There she is. Just got out of work. Came to show you some love, TM. Hey, T-Bori. It got a little warmer, thank God. It's been so cold here, right? It's freezing. It's a brick out there. Let's see. Okay. Pink Lotus, good to see you. Stacy Chicha, thank you. I'm at work, but I will catch the replay. It's great to see everyone. Thank you so much for sending that. And have a good night at work. It's really good to see you, Stacy. I was thinking about you and wondering where you were a couple weeks ago. Okay, Kitten Capoodler. Hey, good to see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this live that I did yesterday with Queen Bee over there. I just jumped on the panel quickly, but I think it's important people hear a particular, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play a particular portion of it. Crime Sleuthin says, I just love to see people like you who aren't scared of these YouTube mean girls like nonsense. They aren't enough. People just fall in line to fit in. They do. But you know what, Crime Sleuthin? What's going to happen is nonsense is only a matter of time before all of the bullshit pops off, right? It's not going to be long. Nonsense has some hella haters. You do know that, right? I know you know that. She's not likable. She's not a likable person. She's miserable. She bitches the whole live stream. She is not funny. She doesn't have good energy at all. Okay. She's just blah, blah. Like when people have a plate of slop food, that's nonsense. Just slop food. She's blah to me. I don't find her interesting. I don't find Bullhorn Betty interesting either. There's certain people I don't find interesting. Nonsense is one of them. I feel like Nonsense just wanted attention from me, and she got it, and that's all. Like, she's always wanting attention, and I can't stand that either. It really does drive me nuts. But I think it's only a matter of time before she finds herself dealing with a whole lot of bullshit. Juniper's tarot and astrology. I'm hiding in the bushes too, but haven't figured out yet that when I'm in the bushes, I'm supposed to be under another name. Why? Why do you need to be under another name when you're in the bushes? I'm glad you came out. It is kind of interesting to see when people come out of the bushes. Tracing Truth? No way. Who is that? Who the hell is that? Someone better tell me. You better email me and tell me who you are. We have a Tracing Truth. Benny is the one that made that nickname for Tracy, actually. I think it's funny. That made me laugh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me pull this up really quick. Hold on a second. I gotta just grab this. It's the only thing I didn't send to myself. So now I will say, I'm really glad that this happened. I want you to know that. I normally would not even have gone live over this, but Chasing really only has herself to thank. She wants me to put up my lives as well, and I'm going to do that. The lives that I did about her that I took down, I'm going to put them back up. And here is Jam 420's link. I need to save that so I can unblock her. Okay. Sorry, Jam, if you're listening. I didn't forget. I just remembered. So I'm going to pull this up right now. This is the live stream from yesterday. This is how we're going to start it off because we're going to begin with this so that everyone can hear. And now a lot of people in chat, or even people that might be listening that don't want to chat or whatever, they're going to remember as I'm playing this things that have been said in the past. Okay. They're going to remember all of the things that Chasing has said along the way. And oh my God, independent thinker. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear this. I hope that you hear me. This was like 20 minutes ago. Thank you so much. What was I just saying? Oh my God, I just forgot what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. That's okay. But either way, my attention span is so all over the place. I have so much in my brain, so bear with me, okay? These people can spin your brain right around and fry it. I will be completely honest about that. But I spin circles around Chasing Truth. I always do because I remember all the lies. So let me play this for you. And it came from Queen Bee's channel. I have her permission to have this, okay? She was kind enough to unlist it for me so I could record this part. And I appreciate that very much. Let me just find the spot I want. On the call in the first dessert. Fuck off. Fucking weird ass bitch. That was nonsense. Trying, like, pretend I was talking about her boobs and shit when I never did. I told Chasing to put a bra on before she talked shit to me, and Nonsense wanted to be a part of it. Like, she pretended like I said it to her. Didn't even know the bitch. Fucking weird. Everyone wants to be a part of something they're not. Let me slow it down just a little bit. Be important somewhere else.
I don't want to be a part of any of this.
Okay, well, I don't know
you keep bringing
or don't. I have a problem with the fact, Chasing, that you have no fucking backbone and no spine, and you can't even fucking do the right thing. It's been years. Because when I first met you, you really did do the right thing. You were always doing the right thing. That's why I liked you. Now, I don't know what happened. You're one of the weakest people I know. It's amazing.
Okay. Without us being rude, what do you want me to do?
I already told you I'm not going to go over it again. What I wanted you to do a long time ago, you did exactly the opposite and anything possible to make it difficult to get answers. And that's when I lost respect for you. You didn't put Summer first. That's all I wanted you to do. I wanted you to put Summer first, and I wanted you to stop protecting fucking losers okay? And to put her first. That's all I wanted. You couldn't do that. That's why we are in the situation we are today.
You really think that I haven't put her before even?
Yes, I believe you have let her fall to the wayside, and you've actually cared more about these people that you've met and become friends with. Yes, I do feel that way. I do, truly. That's why I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you because you cannot seem to do the right thing ever. And it's what, to have these friends that are completely out of line.
So if I had denounced this once I found out about it, which I have, but if I did it in a more aggressive manner, would that have been putting Summer first? Because what is back on Jody?
Put Summer first. It wouldn't be denouncing, Tracy. To denounce is not taking it. That's not exactly an action. Denouncing is speaking it, right? If you actually stepped away at the time, it's too late now. Obviously, you just said earlier you don't even care that it happened anymore. Like what?
No, I understood why it happened after I heard everything. I understood.
You said you don't care. You said you don't care anymore. That's exactly what you said. So you know what? I think I should go back and play that part because she denies doing this. Hold on a minute. I got to go back. I forgot that we discussed this, and I apologize that I didn't get the timestamps. This is like the one thing I didn't get a timestamp for, but it was yesterday, so it won't be hard. Whistledown says something in chat that was important, and that was that if you hear, okay, so this is where it is so important that the subscribers really do listen to what she's saying, because over time, a lot of stories have been told. Now, this is going to be about the Tennessee trip, okay? And a lot of things changed. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you have friends who can't keep the story straight and you forgot what you said, it really becomes quite the shit show, right? Those who don't know aren't going to catch on, but we've all been here for this. So if you hear a lie in the chat, put it in the chat, okay? If you hear her change something, put it in the chat and I will pin it, right? This is not just me reacting to this stuff and catching these things. Whatever you guys hear and whatever you guys catch, stick it in the chat and note it. And it's super helpful. You know what I mean? If you're watching on the replay, stick a timestamp in my comments. Put whatever you want in there. You can use my comment section as a whole entire notebook if you want. I appreciate that kind of stuff. I do that a lot. I'll go through streams and I put all the timestamps and what's important next to them. So like today, it came in really handy. 2 years ago, I put a bunch of timestamps under one of my lives. And when I went looking for something, it was literally right there. All I had to do was click on the timestamp. It saves so much time and so much energy, especially with ongoing and reoccurring situations like this. It can be so helpful. So whoever catches stuff, put it right in the chat. It's important to do so. Thank you for saying that, Whistledown. All right, hold on one sec. Let me just find this one spot. Bear with me quickly.
Students being friends with their teacher.
But it still says on here, device is not.
She never. I know for a fact I was up here for 6 minutes. Chasing Truth was up here within 6 minutes. That's it. Just 6 minutes. And she was on panel. I just expected her to maybe come in the chat because she always does. She does not like when people discuss her. She was on this panel within 6 minutes. That's crazy. Hi, Candy. I'm speaking to you if you're listening to this. How do you know that if you did send that to anybody and it wasn't unredacted? Because that may have by internet. Like, absolutely don't fucking agree with that. And I don't have any friends. And you send them something like that. And I'm going to skip over that part because it's been rehashed over and over and over again. I just want to focus on chasing. So, and they could do something unsavory with it, right? I know you were. That's not right. So here, this is the most interesting to me at first, right? Chasing says that when the CPS call and police call was made on Jody Sue back in September of 2022, that she wasn't friends with Krama Mama or Jenny Gabble Geeks. Chasing says she was not friends with them at all. That is a lie. And I can't even believe that she denied it. I can't believe that she denounced these people. Okay, you'll hear her talk about denouncing later in this. I wonder how they must feel listening to Chasing say, I wasn't friends with them. I wasn't friends with them then. Listen to this shit. This is amazing. Like, you almost feel like crazy listening to it, but you're not. Why would you lie about who you were friends with and when? Why? We all know Chasing was very well acquainted with Gavel and Krama Mama, Adrian Sassy, Mama Sassy, whatever she's a. Watch out for these people that change their names all the time, too. They do that for a reason.
With us. I just came. Yep, I hear you.
Hey, Chasing.
Oh, good. I'm so glad she's here.
Tiffany, I was friends with Gabble and all of you guys when all that went down with Jody's daughter when you guys had that
I know you were.
conversation.
I know you were. That's
No,
not news to me.
I wasn't. You just said I was. You just said that I did all of that.
I didn't say you did it. I
You did.
said you were there for it.
I
You knew
wasn't.
what was going on. You
I
were
wasn't.
friends with them. Why are you saying that you weren't?
I wasn't. You were.
You went to Tennessee with them 2 months later. What are you talking about?
I haven't even been in there.
Don't you lie, Chasing.
I
I
was only
don't think you
friends.
should do that. I don't.
No. You can prove
Okay, you're gonna tell me that you weren't involved in
No.
any of that shit with Jody's daughter. You're gonna
Where
tell
are
me
my
now you weren't even
children?
friends with them.
Where are my children? I barely even knew them.
Okay. So if you guys remember back, this is going way back. We're talking 2 years ago. And I can't even believe it's been that long. And it doesn't feel like it's been that long because I remember it like it was yesterday. The 13-hour phone call. You guys remember that? And so I was live on my channel and Jenny Gavel Geeks came up hysterical, terrified, saying, Jody, please don't do anything crazy. Please don't hurt her. Do you remember this, you guys? If you remember this, put a 1 in my chat. If you were here for Gavel coming up on my stream while Shay was playing that phone call of Andy Bernard and Jody's son, okay, which I don't agree with being played. I just don't. Okay, that's her son. That's her child. I don't listen. Jody and I haven't talked to Jody in a long time, probably months. Okay. She could talk shit about me every day. I'm not going to fucking agree with this shit. Chasing's all about it. She wants Queen Bee to play it. She wants to play the call. I don't agree with it. Okay, just because he's grown and over 18 doesn't mean he's not somebody's son. And for those of us that have, sons or daughters that are just turned over 18 or they could be 22 or 24. I still feel like that's a baby still. It's so young. Okay? I feel a very specific way about the kids that grew up on Ben Hill Road. They don't need to be victimized any more than they already have been. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. It bothers me. And I don't know why Chasing Truth, Jenny, Gavel Geeks, and Adrian, Krama Mama want to continue to victimize Jody's children. Now, is it because Jody seems unaffected by what they do to her and they feel like that's the best they can do? Like, you go for someone's Achilles heel, right? Go for their children. It's not okay. Now, Andy recorded that call. That call wasn't given directly to Shay's safe place. I've got news for you, okay? Andy recorded that phone call for Jenny and for Adrian. Straight up. That's why it was recorded. And then it was let out to everybody. And it's wrong. Okay. A grown boy on the phone with his dad having a personal conversation, no matter what he said on that call, sons get mad at their moms, daughters get mad at their moms, their dads, whoever. No family is perfect. I'm not going to sit in judgment of, I refuse. I refuse. I will not be part of that. I won't. I'm not going to sit in judgment of the way Jody's son may have been feeling at that specific time. What I'm concerned about is they continue to say that Jody was holding her daughter hostage in that house where she lives, okay? And that she was forcing her daughter to take her life. That was a lie. That did not happen. Didn't happen. Now, they wanted to drag me into this all those years ago, 2 years ago. That was wrong move, okay? If I were them, I would have never come to me to do that. In fact, it was probably the stupidest thing they could have done, but I'm glad that they did because I don't think anyone else would take this much time to focus on this and really give a fuck. So, you know what? You picked the right fucking one, Chasing, Gavel, Adrian, shit, Penny. Oh, where's Penny at? Hiding still? It's been a couple years. So these people are assholes. They don't care. As long as it's not happening to them, they don't care what they do to other people. They don't care what they inflict on other people's children. Doesn't matter if he's over 18. Jason kept saying yesterday, he's not a child. Well, he's Jody's child, right? Just like anyone else's child. You could be 40 fucking years old. That's still your child, right? Still your kid. I don't agree with it. They do, though. They love it. They love every second. And still here we are today, drilling in this bullshit over and over and over again. Jody's son does not deserve to have a phone call out between him and his dad. Okay. And shame on Andy. Because he did that to him. For what? For these women on the internet? I don't know why. What it's going to prove? That he talked a little bit of shit about his mom? Yeah. Welcome to all of the teenagers at some point probably talk shit about their mom, right? At some point or another, they're going to tell someone, oh, my mom's such a bitch today, whatever it might be. That's not what he said. I don't believe I heard him say that. But either way, you get the picture. Why they find this to be so exciting? Listen, karma's a bitch. They all have children except Jenny. Gavel Geeks doesn't have kids. Chasing does. Adrian does. And Adrian's got a long way to go. Hers are little ones. Little ones, like, okay. Chasing, I asked her yesterday, how would you feel if it was your daughter? You know, she's grown, but it doesn't mean she's not your baby anymore. It's disgusting what the fuck these people have done. And then they sit in judgment of other people and they want to weigh in on CPS calls and what's right and what's wrong. Meanwhile, they support this shit. Total hypocrites, okay? It's hypocritical in every single way.
At that point.
What?
Had nothing to do with any of that. Never knew that it happened until after.
Where are your children? What are you saying?
I said, I swear on my kids.
Don't swear. So she lies and she swears on her children. God bless. Okay? I'll bless her children for her because she just swore on their lives while lying. Because maybe she doesn't remember her lies. I don't know. Don't swear on your children's lives. Please don't do that. Swear on your kids, especially.
It never happened to me.
You were there for it, Tracy.
You were in the call, Tiffany, not me. Was I involved or even
I
mentioned
wasn't on
in
any
any of that?
call when that took place. First of all, don't tell
What are
my
you talking
story. Don't tell my story. I was live on my channel when that
And
happened.
Jenny went to your channel,
Yep,
and
tell me
you
all about
guys
it.
and you guys went into that call.
She's gonna tell me she doesn't know anything about this. Chasing knows everything though. So in one moment, she's telling me she doesn't know anything about it. She doesn't know anything about it. Now she's gonna tell me how it went down though. Imagine that. Ziggy says, hold on, this is a good comment. Thank you for bringing it up. Yeah, listen, Casey said, please be respectful to one another. All are welcome by TM. Be respectful over chat. Everybody be cool, okay? I don't care who comes in here. If you don't normally come in here or whatever, and just try to get along with one another. If you don't like one another, just block each other. My mods aren't babysitters, okay? I'm not seeing everything that's going on, but just try to make it in here, okay? So, and I don't like censoring people. So Ziggy says, doesn't Adrian's household have a lot of alcohol abuse? Since they want to act so concerned for people's children, yes, there's domestic violence, there's alcohol abuse, there's a lot going on over there. And for her to sit in judgment of anybody else, let me tell you something, okay? I'm just going to say this. Adrian, if you're listening, it is child abuse to subject your children to domestic violence. Okay, it has long-lasting effects. They're going to remember. They're going to. It's neglect. If you are in an abusive household, and this goes for anybody. Now, I don't judge anyone for being stuck, but please get out as soon as you possibly can, because it is neglect. And it is abuse to let your children witness and observe and listen to domestic violence. As parents, we are just as guilty as the abuser if we let our children stay in that situation. Okay, there's a lot of mental health issues that can occur from children growing up with domestic violence in their household. So, Adrian, before you go judging anybody else's situation, you have shit to take care of in your household, just like Ziggy said. Yeah, you really do. You know, I mean, how would Adrian like it if when she shared the things that she did, someone was to call whoever on her like they did to Jody? Because it is abuse to let your children sit in a domestic violence situation for years on end. I don't believe anybody has done that to her, and I don't think anybody should do that to her. I think that the only time anyone should call services like that is if they see abuse happening or they know that it's happening, right? Like witness it with your own eyes and it's serious and it's real. She has no place to judge Jody. I mean, Jody stayed in an abusive relationship, but Adrian is too. Krama Mama, she does too. So, Krama Mama, you're really not a lot different or that far off from what you judge so heavily. And maybe that's why you do it. Does it make you feel better about your situation? And I don't give a fuck if you haven't been online in a while. So, like, these things have long-lasting effects. And we heard Jody's daughter. She came up on my panel. She talked about how this affected her. In fact, she acted more grown than these assholes do. And she's a young lady. So, that's what I'll say about that. But yeah, Ziggy, she does have a lot of shit to take care of there at home. And if someone could drop the domestic violence hotline, please, because I have used that hotline myself and I truly believe in it. And there is help available. And anyone who's dealing with that, even if it means just talking to someone to get a little bit of Adrian, even use the number, call the hotline, pack a bag. Okay, like you can leave. I left a situation without a fucking pot to piss in, and I made it just fine by myself, alone, with my kid. So if I could do it at that time in my life, anybody can. That's how I feel about it. No one's going to change my mind. And I should have done it far sooner. I really am speaking from a place of understanding. Hope people know that.
I went into the call that evening. Adrian had already called CPS on Jody that day.
Jason says she knew nothing about it, but she did. Jason knew all about it.
I knew nothing about it. None of it. I was not friends with them.
Oh, you weren't.
Who here remembers Jason being friends, friendly? Okay, we'll say friendly. I won't even say friends, but she was in communication with these people. She was chummy. Okay, they were over there. She was talking to them. All right. She's going to tell everybody that she wasn't friends with them. We must all be imagining it.
We're friends with them in September of 2022.
I was not friends with them when that happened. Absolutely not.
September of 2022, you were not friends with Adrian or Gavel. None of them, really.
Not friends. No.
Oh, not friends. What were you? What would you consider? You weren't in communication with them?
I would see them in chats, talk with them in chats. I wasn't in their Discord. We had new private messages together. None of that.
Wow, you guys got together real quick to go to Tennessee 2 months later, huh? For not being friends?
Jenny asked me at the last minute. I've already explained this.
Did you just link up then in November of 2022?
No, we talked all the time.
So you weren't friends with them?
I wasn't even in their Discord at that point.
Oh, so you have to be in their Discord to be friends with them? You want to disconnect yourself from what they did to Jody's kids so bad, Chasing. It's kind of sickening.
Never. It never happened.
Yes, it did. Everybody saw it happen in public. You can't deny that. Like, you can't deny that.
In it? No, it absolutely happened.
I know it happened.
I was not part of it. I didn't know about
How convenient. You weren't on the call, so you weren't a part of it. It happened before the call.
I wasn't.
It happened before the call. And you were all up in their shit. Literally the whole time. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I knew nothing about it.
Neither did I. But I also didn't plan to get all cozy with them. Actually, I stepped right the fuck away from those people after they did that. I wanted nothing to do with them. You're just different than me. That's all.
What happened after they made that call and you guys had that whole thing? When did it become public that all of that happened?
That became public the moment that Jenny came on my panel crying, telling everybody that Jody was telling her daughter to unalive herself, and that Penny sent me a text telling me it was a hostage situation. What? I had to end my live and I cried.
Hold on one sec. Ziggy, if you want to tell Jam. So what I did was I gave Jam 420 a wrench real quick because it would undo the block on them. I think it should work if you want to tell Jam 420 to come in, and then I'll take it away and it should be fine. I should handle the blocking. So Jam, if you're listening, type in the chat. And sorry it took so long. Sorry, let me keep playing this. Ziggy, if you want to tell them, I took care of it. And if anyone else needs to be unblocked, just let me know. Shouldn't be many people because I cleared my block list a while ago, but I haven't been live, so.
You didn't know about this. Now you're going to pretend not know about this, huh?
No, that's me. No, I didn't know about this. No.
Oh, Queen Bee doesn't know about it. She knows all about it. Laugh all you want, Tracy. It's not fucking funny. You know, you've been laughing for years.
Trying to fucking spin it because that never happened.
Spin what?
That I knew anything about it. That I was part of it.
No, you supported it. You didn't say anything. You didn't care.
I didn't know. I just asked you.
Okay, but
after
you knew
Jenny
the
came
second
up,
that
after
it
Jenny
happened.
came up. No.
Yeah, you did. Everyone did. We all knew. The whole entire internet knew. Stop.
That's my question to you, Tiffany. After you guys had the call and you found out that Adrian called, when did that become public? To the
right
internet?
away.
When?
I'd have to go back to my channel to see. I was live for
I
days.
told about that for a long time, and I'm like, that is fucked. And
You what?
fucked up position. You should have never done that, and that was fucked up.
Oh, you
That's
said
been
that?
my stance on it forever.
You said that to Adrian and to Jenny?
Publicly, and
Shit, I mean, I must have been under a rock. Chasing called them out and told them how terrible it was. Someone have a clip of that? Anyone? Anyone have that? Because certainly if it happened, it would be clipped, right? I can't count all. I know she's laughing and lying through her teeth. Everything's funny to her. So you know she's nervous. It's that nervous laughter she does. And Chasing, your email to me, actually, hold on. I'm going to read this. Hold on a minute. There's nothing personal in it. I don't even know why she emailed me this. Like, I really don't. I'm not talking to you in private, Chasing. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me in public. I don't trust you to talk to you on in private. Okay? You could talk to me in public. You don't have the option to speak to me in private anymore because you lie too much. I don't deal with liars. I don't talk to liars. I don't trust liars. And I'm not going to have private communication with you. Anything you want to fucking talk to me about, you can do in public. Because you're a snake. She says, Tiffany, the call. I never knew about the call. She never knew about the call. Get the fuck out of here, Chasing. I was not personally friends with them at that time. Yes, she was. Not just them. She was friends with all the other people too. It's not just Jenny and Adrian, okay? There's a whole group of these assholes. I did not find out until much later. I don't know the exact time when I found out. Well, why not, Tracy? You want timestamps for me? You want dates for me? Why don't you have the dates? Why don't you have your shit in order? You don't have the dates for that, but you know you weren't friends with them at that time. There's no proof then, right? I have proof. We're going to go through all of it. I'm going to prove you the liar that I said I was going to prove you to be, because you are. So the next however long it takes for me to do that, I'm going to be right here. If you don't know the date, you should go find it, because if you don't, I will. I guarantee if you went and found the date, our dates wouldn't match, and I bet you I'd have receipts and you wouldn't. It's always that way. Then she says, I asked for details of what they were told and who told them. Andy did. Yeah, no shit. Okay. Andy told them a lot of things. But you know what? Why don't you ask Andy who had him record that phone call? Because they did. Chasing makes all these excuses. I'm going to tell you why. She may not be directly involved with everything they do and everything they've done, but she has to make these excuses and tell these lies so that she's not seen as supporting the very things she calls out, because she wants to be the moral authority, right? She has to lie so she doesn't look like a bad person, instead of just saying, Chasing, it's really just as easy. I've been telling you for this for so long. I don't agree with what my friends do, and I really don't think these are savory people. I don't think these are people that I would associate with in my real life, because I don't support these behaviors, so I'm not going to support them anymore. It would have just been that simple, but instead, she has to lie when everyone knows the truth. Like lying about what goes on in public in front of everyone, instead of just saying, yep, I am friends with CPS callers. Just say it, Chasing. We all know. It's not like we don't know. She's not strong enough to do that. Chasing is a weakling. I always thought she was super, bold and brazen, and I thought that she had a backbone and a spine, and I thought she actually had a ball sack, but she doesn't. She doesn't. So she continues on to say, I believe he manipulated them. So now she believes that Adrian and Jenny, Gavel and Krama Mama, are victims of Andy. Victims of Andy. I would even go so far to say, hold on a minute, just to be fair, I think it's possible many people could be victim of Andy Bernard, but tell me he's not a victim of them in some way or another, because they've used this man, and they're not the only ones, right? And I'm not defending Andy because I can't stand Andy Bernard, but I'm just keeping it real, okay? They use him. They have used him for content. They keep him close for whatever reason. They're best friends with his new wife, okay? Best friends with Jody's sister, crossing all these lines, right? This is how they behave. Chasing is down for all the real life bullshit. So every time you see her on a panel, just remember she supports these people that have befriended Jody's like entire family, all up in her business. Jenny wanted her daughter to go live with her. Gavel Geeks literally felt that Jody's daughter would end up getting her taken away from her, and that she could keep her at her house if she wanted. That's what she said to me. She said, I want her to have a place to go. I want her to have someone to talk to. She could have, a confidant in me. Gavel said this about Jody's daughter. Do you know how sick that is and twisted? Jason, you can't make excuses for that. You have a friend who's probably mentally ill or something. I don't know what her issue is. That's not normal. That's not rational to want to take somebody's daughter under your wing to make sure that she has someone to talk to. Like, I'm sure that young lady sounds very well educated. I'm pretty sure if something was wrong, she could verbalize that to people around her. Okay. Jenny, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. I don't know how Chasing Truth can defend it, but she does. She continues to. She's constantly defending this shit. But these are her people. Just like let it go and admit it. You fight it all the time. So then she goes on to say, I believe he manipulated them and wanted his hands clean and to have someone else make a call. I don't. I don't at all. I think this was being planned for quite some time. I don't think Andy Bernard wanted a phone call made at all. I think that's why he wasn't around that day. Was he sleeping? I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he just did not want to be a part of any of that shit. Okay? As far as I know, it was a wellness check on Jody. So Chasing also, you know what? I'm going to wait to read the rest of this because Chasing goes on here on this panel to say that it was just a wellness check. So now, if you put two and two together, because we're not idiots and morons, you're going to know that if someone calls in that a child is being held hostage by their mother, and their mother is telling said child to take themselves out, it's a wellness check? You sure about that, Chasing? Because that's what Adrian called in. Yeah, just a wellness check. No, everybody came, right? CPS has to follow up on those things. Chasing saying that CPS didn't show up. You sure about that? Because Penny Fizzle was on the phone with a magistrate's wife that night, trying still to get Jody's daughter removed from the house. See, Penny was way more sloppy She wasn't as organized as Jenny and Adrian. Chasing had to eventually push Penny out. Like, she was a whole liability. Adrian and Jenny are a little bit more concealed, right? They keep things very close to the vest. All their dirty work is kept all under the table. I can't even believe that I'm sitting here having to talk about this again. But this is not all of this. A lot of this is going to blow people's fucking minds.
And privately.
And you chose to be friends with them and go on vacations with them. You must have really meant it, huh?
No, I totally understood why it happened.
You understood why? Why then? Why did they do that? Do you know?
Yeah, because of what Angie told them.
Andy didn't tell them anything. He was
And he
sleeping
did.
all day.
He did. And then he went and took a nap.
Did he? What did he say?
They've gone over it, Tiffany. You know the whole fucking
No, I'd like
They've
to
gone
hear it
over
from
it,
you.
over
If
it.
you're going to come up here and say, because of what Andy told them, please say what he said.
So Sage Sleuth says in the chat, hold on one second, I want to highlight this. Sage says, in my opinion, Jenny was the one who set it all in motion with everyone. Sage, I believe Jenny was. Absolutely. I'm agree with you on that. I was live, so I don't know what happened. All I know is Jenny came up, started acting hysterical, begging Jody not to hurt her daughter. Don't do anything crazy, Jody, please, blah, blah, blah. Penny's texting me. It's a hostage situation. I'm like, what is going on right now? You know, I took it very seriously. I shut my live down. I privated it. I privated videos of Jody. I was like, oh my God, like maybe this has all gone too far. I didn't know what was going on. Okay. The fact that, and I'll tell you why I agree with you, Sage. When Jenny's in charge, Adrian has to do the work. When Adrian's in charge, Jenny has to do the work. So I absolutely agree with you because it was Adrian who said she had just gone off the phone and made the calls and all this shit. I do agree it was Jenny that really set all this in motion. Gavel geeks. I should call her Gavel because not everyone knows who Jenny is, right? They're like, who the hell is Jenny? Adrian is Krama Mama, Mama Sassy. I don't know why she calls herself that. I can't even find her channel and whatever. So they think if they disappear, no one's going to say anything. I'm still here, bitches. And I'm not fucking going anywhere because I'm not done. This isn't done till all the truth comes out and till Chasing stops getting up here with her fucking mop and her bucket trying to clean everything up. Stop doing that, Chasing. You do them no favors. You do yourself no favors when you do this. Just take the L, bitch. Just take the fucking L.
I thought you didn't know
It was
anything
just
about this.
played.
It's so
This has
interesting.
been
the way
going
you
on
behave.
for years now, Tiffany. Years.
I know it has.
And I had nothing to do with it. That's the bottom line.
Keep saying
Nothing.
that. Don't make it
I
true.
don't give a fuck if you think that I did.
You do give a
I'm
fuck,
not gonna
Tracy.
tell
That's
anybody
why
else.
you lie. That's why you lie
Bullshit.
every
Prove that I'm
fucking time.
fucking lying. Prove that I'm fucking lying.
I already
You
have
can't.
proved you lying.
Bullshit. You have not.
Yes, I have.
How?
I'll put all my lives back up about you and they can all.
Please do.
I
Please
will.
do.
I'll put them all up. You
Who
want to sit
cares?
up here and act like you didn't know anything about it.
I would
You
never approve it.
involve yourself with CPS
I would
callers.
never
You're
fucking
friends with
approve of
CPS
that.
callers. You're friends with people that go real life on all these children, and you sit and deny it in front of everyone like they're supposed to believe your bullshit. No one believes your bullshit, Tracy. You do know that people see through you,
you think
especially now.
Do you think I would come up here and talk about
Yes,
it?
I do.
Trying
You
to
come
hide
up
it?
here right away every time, no matter where I am.
Only if it's
No matter where I am. So you can
Only if
lie and make sure you try to
because
do your
you lie.
cleanup shit. You're always on your cleanup.
like
fucking
somebody
shit.
said in the fucking chat. You have some weird hard on for me.
No, I don't have a
Nobody
hard on
is.
for you.
Yeah,
What
you
I have
do.
a fucking
Yeah,
issue
you
with
do.
is if you're not honest and you're not a decent
Bullshit.
person like I thought you.
Now, no one touch Andy B. Please do not time him out. Now watch this. Andy, so fancy meeting you here. Not much has changed, huh? So he's coming in to derail because we're talking about this, and that's just fine because I love that so much. It's one of my favorite things. He wants to say, hey, Ziggy, I wasn't on the road. Haven't you said that already, Andy B? Why don't you tell me, how did that all go down, Andy, with you recording your son? Since we're on the subject, you came at the perfect time. You want to explain how that all went down? You recorded your son on a phone call. Can you tell us what the reason was? Why did you do that? Was it to prove that your son was mad at Jody that day, or was it for something else? And do you want to tell us, so we can get it straight from the source, who asked you to record? And who all did you send the recording to? I have some questions, Andy, and you're not going to derail me. I find it to be very interesting that you come in here to tell everyone you weren't on the road. Andy, do you know what car you were driving that day yet? You never could tell us. No, I don't want anybody to time you out. In fact, this is what I like to do when you come in. So Andy comes in at 8:19 p.m. Hey, 8:20 p.m. Hey, Ziggy, I wasn't on the road. 8:20 p.m. How are you, Sage? 8:20. Time me out. And this is the real Andy B. I just checked. My mods and I check links, unlike many who have no clue if it was the real person or the wrong person. Hey, TM, you're not derailing shit. Well, it kind of feels like it to me. Can you answer the questions that I asked? I don't have shit to do with Summer Wells. I don't think anyone said that you did, Andy. No one has said that here today. That's a very interesting comment. Just watching it makes you money, don't it? I'm sorry, come again? Watching what makes me money? What are you talking about? Andy, how much money have you made? You're charging people for getting on your property, right? You making a lot of money off Summer, aren't you? It's kind of weird. Why you're coming in here, I don't see money flying around my chat. People are not paying me to talk about these assholes, okay? I'm doing this because I care about it. I only come live when I have something to say. I don't come live for a paycheck because I don't rely on YouTube to pay my fucking bills. You don't see any wish list over here, do you, Andy B? No one's supporting my household over here. I do that. Who supports yours? So you don't have shit to do with Summer Wells. Just watching it makes you money, don't it? The fuck are you talking about? So you were driving the Kia that day, he says. Okay, so you're sure now. You finally know what you were driving that day. We got an answer? Earl has a question for Andy. Hey, Andy, did you ever read my article about you? All them kids being drugged on the hill and the 911 call. And who raped who, Andy? You know, Andy had a very interesting story about a bunch of young girls in the back of a van that some guy opened up the back of it and asked him if he wanted any. They were for sale. You know what I drew as a conclusion from that statement is that whoever did that and opened up the back of that van, right, Andy? You know what I'm talking about. Remember that night I went up on Ernie's and I talked about this and you were talking about these young girls that were in the back of this van? Whoever opened up the back of that van for you knew you're down with that shit. You wouldn't walk up to someone who doesn't buy drugs and say, hey, do you want these drugs? Same thing with humans, right? So you told on yourself that you purchased young women out of the back of vans too. Because nobody is ever going to open up the back of a van and say, hey, you want one of these? Unless they know you fucking do. Right, Andy? Don't hide from Don. Fuck him and them. That's interesting. I don't ever hear you use strong language like that toward Don. Are you angry about something? What about Summer, Andy? Says Pam. He says he has nothing to do with her disappearance. No one said he did. No one's even said a word about Andy having anything to do with Summer's disappearance. Chrissy F., it's okay. You don't have to blend with all of us. It's fine. You're welcome to be here. Not everyone in these chats is going to like each other. None. None what? You're going to have to type in complete sentences because I don't know what you're answering. None. I've asked you multiple questions. So if you could, type at 3rd grade level, that would be great. Andy, I'd appreciate it. Sage, you're just mad I wouldn't talk to you. I highly doubt Sage is mad you wouldn't talk to her, Andy. Move on. Did I do it? Did you do what? These are all very strange comments, Andy, I gotta say. Are you drinking or something tonight? Weird. Oh, I know he makes all the money. I hear Ryan Finds Truth pays big money to Andy Bernard. You keep doing that, Ryan. Yeah, he came to YouTube wanting a camper. Remember, that's what his dying wish was. He wanted a camper. He came here so he could buy a camper. Andy, why don't you buy a real fucking house? Aren't you old enough now to stop living off of your parents or what? And don't you think your new wife deserves more than a trailer? Is that a trend for you? Do you like women to be stuck in trailers and campers and shit? You're a real piece of shit, Andy B. You really are. I don't respect you at all. Wasn't young. That's what JSB said, not me. No, actually, it's not, Andy. You're wrong. You know what? Jody Sue kind of had your back with that situation. Funny how you want to blame Jody Sue. I remember really well. You were the one who spoke about those young women, and Jody Sue had a whole nother take on it. Wrong again. I remember like the back of my eyelids. I do have the memory of an elephant. Jody Sue didn't say that. That's not what she said. You should pay more attention. She actually does have your back most days. Weird. So weird. Stardust, it says, bet Andy let all them girls be abused again. Didn't call nobody. Of course he didn't. He let that guy shut the door to that van and off they went. And Andy said they were all happy. All those girls were happy in the back of that van. Do you remember that, Andy? I do. Mimi Jean, that's why we're here. Just want a summer moon found and justice. Susan Brown, you know who made the most money though? Chasing Truth. She bought herself a $90,000 BMW with the money. Then she said she had to stop covering Summer because she felt guilty for how much money she was making. So, you know what? I don't really think Summer has been paying Ziggy's bills. But I do know Summer bought that $90,000 BMW that Chasing refused to admit she even fucking has. She won't get behind the wheel of that on camera ever. But she sure did drive it to Beech Creek and park it in Ben Hill. And she pointed that camera right at it because she was so proud of it. That's the car Adrian was driving, right? At 80 miles per hour down the side of a mountain. Remember when the guy was chasing him, but now it's two guys, not just one. No, Chasing Truth, where's the crown? Who the fuck here has bought themselves a $100,000 vehicle off of Summer Wells? Chasing Truth has. That's Summer's BMW, Tracy. Well, you took out a second mortgage on your house that you told everyone was paid off. That's what you chose to do. Now, your finances are your own fucking business. But when you use Summer to purchase a vehicle like that, fuck you. I really don't think now is the time or place to blame Ziggy really for anything, Susan Brown. Are you 6 up? Andy says, I've never bought sex. You're stupid. Okay. That's fine. So what do you do with them girls in the back of the van? Do you force them? Or you don't have to pay them? Do you just take advantage of them? How do you handle that situation? The real Andy B. So you've never bought sex. So why did that man open up the back of his van to offer those girls to you? They do that for free? I'm going to need some clarification, please. 120 acres? Absolutely. Tell me anyone is going to open up a van with young women in it and say, hey, you want to buy one of these? And they have no idea if the person's going to be okay with it or not. It had happened already before. Whoever did that knew Andy was okay with it. Right? Right. It's just that simple. Stardusted. Andy has no shame about the fact at all. None. Jody is a victim of Andy Bernard, really, from a young age. Okay? Andy is a coward. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Hey, Nika. Ziggy says, good question. Who was that? That opened the van for you to take a look. That's really important considering a child is missing. Ziggy, he's never going to tell. But you know what? Jody won't tell either. But he said it was at a tire shop or something like that, if I recall correctly. See, it's crazy. You've got Jenny, Gavel Geeks, and Adrian, Krama Mama, and Chasing pretends not to like Andy, but she's talked to him plenty. None of these fucking bitches have asked him these questions because they don't give a fuck. And people wonder why I have no respect for them. They stick this asshole in their back pocket and they couldn't give two shits less if they asked these questions. It's all you really need to know. It's like they're friends with Andy for their health. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. He's telling me to move on, that he didn't purchase the girl, so he didn't do anything wrong. Well, I don't believe you, Andy Bernard. I don't believe you. Not even a little. When Evil Entered says, Andy, you know there's a video of you on the road. How do you know the date says the 15th? Did you track down the footage? Andy says, funny. Is it funny, Andy? I don't think any of this is funny. I think you got really comfortable with a bunch of losers sitting around defending you online when you're suspect as hell. And what you're suspect for, I really don't know. I never said you were involved in the disappearance of Summer. I've never stated that you've done anything, but I don't like you. I've never liked your energy because it doesn't lie. And I pick up on it so easily. I have always believed you're a piece of shit. Men that don't take care of their women or their children or their property for that matter, that shithole you were living in, you should be ashamed of yourself. I actually can't believe you showed anyone that. The garbage that you dumped on that property, listen, that says everything about you. Why don't you go up there, Andy, and clean that up? Those are ancestors' property. Their blood, sweat, and tears went into that, and that's what you did to that place? You have beautiful acreage there. You're just letting it pile up like a dump? That looks like my town dump. You have recyclables there piled up for 20 goddamn years. You are a dirtbag. You do know that, right? And you allowed your girlfriend and your children to live there like that. Oh, I'm sure Becca's going to have a great life with you. You're trash, Andy. You're straight trash. Stardust, it says he sold sedatives so young girls could be touched. That's exactly what Jody said. I played it on loop for 12 hours. Andy. We just run wild? Okay. You always find your way here into my chat. It's so strange. Do you want attention? Andy, would you like a link? Because you look like you want attention. I need to get back to what I'm doing. So if you'd like to take a link and get it out of your system and take 10 minutes, that's fine with me. But if not, say what you got to say and move along. Because this isn't about you. I know you're used to getting the spotlight, but we're all done here. If you're done, you done now? I can't imagine you have much else to say. They are okay with domestic violence. You're absolutely right, JPG. They absolutely are. And he busted Jody's face wide open. He beat her till she was bloody and bruised. Literally, she had wounds on her. And Andy admitted it. He admitted it out of his own face. Yeah, he said, I did beat the shit out of Jody. And those bitches had the nerve to hand out domestic violence flyers at Summer's Day while they plopped themselves down next to Andy Bernard, a wife beater, who gladly admits it. Justice for Summer. Thank you, Peace Bugs and Understanding. Andy thinks this is the Andy show. Talking shit, don't find Summer Wells. I would absolutely agree with you, Andy. Do you need something? You have a channel, right? It's called The Real Andy B. Welcome to mine. You've been here before. I do what I want over here. You don't like what I'm doing today? I'm gonna be here all weekend and probably all week. So if you don't like what I'm doing today, you're not gonna like what I'm doing tomorrow or the next day or the next day and maybe even the next day. I do talk shit. You don't like it? Are you trying to protect your friends? Are y'all in a throuple over there? What? You fucking Jenny and Adrian and Becca too? Like, what actually all is going on? You guys have a real weird relationship. All of you do. It's real strange. I find it just so strange that your second comment in here was that you didn't do anything to Summer. You know what I think, Andy? I'm be straight up with you. Remember when you made that call to Hawkins County and you wanted to make sure that, you were all in the clear and that your name doesn't pop up? And Pruitt said, don't listen to Fred Hill. Don't take him seriously. We don't have your name listed anywhere. You're all clear. Andy, you either fell off a turnip truck, or you were born yesterday, or you've been smoking too much meth. And I'm not quite sure. Maybe all three. I'm not really positive. They could lie to you, right? You really feel like you're in the clear? Because I don't think you are. I think they could tell you whatever they want to, just to keep you content. Because I don't trust any of you motherfuckers. Especially not you. I never have. I have never fucking liked you. And I really don't know anyone I've felt that strongly about the whole way through and never changed my mind. I've never liked you. There's a reason for that. My intuition is so on point, and I always trust it. I never let it ever slip away. Oh, I make it where no one wants to say anything about it because of y'all's BS. Andy, I haven't been live in like 3 months. So you're really bothered. This is my first live. Been live for an hour and 30 minutes when you came in here. I'm really glad you're triggered. Oh, yeah. Y'all just make it where no one wants to say anything about it. Right. Weird. It's so weird. Surely, she has to hide it. She's so embarrassed and ashamed, as she should be. She needs to sell it and put that money in a fund for Summer. That BMW came off a boat. That's a showroom BMW, and it's beautiful. But you know what? Summer deserves that. Because if she's found alive, she's going to need a lot of support. Chasing doesn't give a shit about Summer, because if she did, she would never have made all that money and blew it on a fucking BMW. Disgusting. She's gross. So gross. Chrissy F says, in my opinion, I don't think any of the neighbors had anything to do with whatever happened in summer. And you know what, Chrissy? Some people don't believe that at all. I personally, I don't know. So I just leave everything open to possibility because we really don't have any idea, right? Like, so that's the way I see it. I'm not going to say someone had something to do with it. Listen, sometimes people are hiding things that have absolutely nothing to do with the situation. It might be something else. So they look shady because they're hiding something else or whatever. That's why I will say, I don't know who had anything to do with Summer's disappearance, but someone did. That's all, right? It's all I know. And everyone can have whatever opinion they want to in here. He's smooth brained. He sure is. He's definitely not the smartest. Foxy, isn't it funny the way he tries to intimidate? But you know what the thing is Andy can't do that with me. He's never been successful. I would spit on you, Andy, if you were standing in front of me. Swear to God, I would. I have zero respect for a woman beater or a child beater for that matter, or a man who has knowledge of young women in the back of vans, right? You're just an all-around piece of garbage. You probably belong behind bars. See how quick he's gone? Fuck you, Andy. You're shady as hell. And everybody knows it. And whatever that means to whoever, I don't trust him at all. And maybe he was on the road. I have no idea. Time will tell. I mean, everything does come to light, right? I'm sure Jenny said, get out of there, Andy. Get out of there. Don't go in there. Don't pull your dog back in, Jenny. You're the boss, bitch, right? You control him, huh? So let's get back to what we were doing before.
To work.
You
You're
know that
involved
that's a
with all
lie.
these things.
You
You
know
do
that's-
support it. You say nothing.
You know that's a lie.
I don't
Like
care
that.
what anybody in the chat says. I'm not
You
even
thought
looking
that I
at
was
chat.
decent. You
I'm
know
talking
that
to
that's
you.
a lie. Okay.
You came up here so you can do damage control like always and say, I
You're
didn't
not
say
going to
anything. I wasn't. Now you
connect
were friends with that.
You're not going
That's a good one.
a CPS caller. I have
You're friends
nothing
with
to do
CPS
it.
callers,
I
Tracy.
didn't know shit about it. No, it wasn't.
They
CPS.
tried to get her removed out
It
of
was
that
a
house.
fucking wellness check.
No, it
Go
wasn't a
after it.
wellness check.
Yeah,
It was far more than a wellness check. They said that that little girl was going to take herself out because her mom was telling her to, and that she was holding her hostage. That's not a wellness check.
No, that's not normal.
I still just cannot get over the fact that this piece of shit comes into my chat like he's some kind of like GQ model, right? He's got a gut that sticks out about 5 feet, okay? His ass crack hangs out of his pants. He does look dirty and chant a life path like he hasn't bathed since before COVID. Yes, he does. But he's a woman beater. And he also puts his hands on his children. And then we have stories about him selling drugs to people to sedate children so they can be touched, right? Okay, so hard to even fucking say. Either way, Andy Bernard is a fucking nobody here in my chat. That's all I know. I have no tolerance for men that do what I saw that he did to Jody. He's gonna do that to Becca. Just wait, Becca, and I know you're listening. You're next. And I don't wish that on you, But when a man does that to one woman, they do it to the next, and they do it to the next. They do not change. You don't have a prize at all. You have a loser on your hands. But Andy, I hope you feel like the piece of shit that you are leaving here. You are not what they treat you like in my chat. You are dumpster juice over here. You know the water that comes out of the back of the garbage truck after it rains and it gets all over the road and it stinks like fucking shit. That's where I put you, Andy. And all the other men that behave that way. I'm wondering when the fuck he's going to stop coming in here acting like he's something special.
No behavior at all. It's
No,
sickening.
but those are your besties, bitch. Those are your besties. That's who you surround yourself with. So clearly you don't
Absolutely.
have a problem with it.
No, not anymore. I don't.
Because
Absolutely
you're
not.
sick. You're
No,
sick.
because
And you're
I
a
found out
mother
the
and you
details.
have
CPS
children.
was never
Shame on
fucking
you.
called, Tracy.
Shame on you. You're a
CPS
fucking
wasn't
piece of
called.
shit,
You can say
Tracy.
it a million times. It never happened. They didn't.
What
call
never
somebody.
happened?
They called somebody to check on Jody, is what I was told. Because she
No,
was
that's not
spiraling.
what happened.
That's
So your
what I was
friends
told.
lied to you then.
Well,
Or
then-
you're lying.
then
They
they
called
left.
to check on Jody? No.
Yeah.
Jenny came on my panel and said that I needed to shut everything down. And oh my God, Jody, please don't do anything crazy to your daughter. Please don't hurt her. You were there. You saw all of it. Don't
Cam just
fucking
played all
lie.
this.
It
Cam
happened
just played all
live.
this the other night.
You're a liar.
Play cams. Can you go play Cracking Cases video, Queen? Where he plays what these girls
Yeah, go play
heard
Jody's
allegedly.
son. That's a great idea. See, you want to attack the kids again. You're sick.
He's a grown man. Crazy.
You know what, Chasing? Is your daughter
23,
grown? Is our kids grown? They're still our children, right?
Absolutely.
And you want people to play a kid talking to his dad who was recorded without even knowing it. You want
see what his
Queen Bee to
dad
play
did?
someone else's kid. That's
You see
great.
what his dad did?
This is what you do. This is
His
your
dad
character.
did.
That's why I don't like you. That's why I
don't give
lost
a fuck
respect
if
for
you
you.
like me.
Because I thought you were different and you're not who I thought you were.
not.
And you prove it every time,
No.
just like right now.
Shit. You're mean and you're fucking evil.
I'm mean and evil. I'm not the one
Right.
asking Queen Bee to play someone's kid on the phone with their dad talking
It's
about their
all over
mother.
the internet. All these fucking crazy people have fucking played it. Because Andy
I don't really
bitched
give a
out.
fuck. So you want
Andy
Queen Bee to
bitched
play
out
too.
and put it on
That's
these
fucked
women.
up. His own goddamn dad did that shit to him.
It is
It's
fucked up. I agree.
gross.
But they all ran with that shit and they
Not
played it and played it and played it until
Not all.
everyone heard it. And now Chasing wants to play it again too. Why? It is fucked up. His dad did that to him, but Chasing agrees with it. She wants you to play it. This
We
is
want to
her
know what
character.
Chasing feels about the
And y'all-
about Jonesden lying. That's why Chasing really came up here. I think this is like gone too far off the
No,
No,
rails a little.
Chasing came up here because I said what I said about her. That's why she runs right up every time.
Well, we want to ask her that. Can we ask her that at least?
Also,
You can do whatever you want. I don't have a problem with anything you do.
completely wrong.
You think it's completely wrong?
Completely wrong.
And her lying to you and saying she didn't hand it off to Sinner?
Also wrong. If that
Okay.
happened.
If that happened, how else could it happen? There was nobody else that voided it on the same exact day. So the only way that she could have gone it was.
There you go.
Yeah, so,
And
okay.
the other day, his date on his video and her date match. You know what I'm saying? There's no other.
Chasing never comes in here. I was in here the other day, allegedly sleuthing. Shut up.
Chasing comes around quick when you say her name and she doesn't like what you're saying.
If you're lying. If you're
But
telling
I'm
the
not
truth.
lying. You are.
You know you're lying, Tiffany. Come on. You know that I wasn't friends with them. You know that I had no.
Yeah, you were. Stop. I think that's so fucking stupid for you to come up here and say you weren't friends with them. How
wasn't.
how offended they're gonna be listening to you saying I wasn't friends with them. You were right up their ass.
Then you
Yes, you
did.
were. You, Penny, Jenny, Adrian. Yes, you were. And you're gonna act like you weren't friends with them. That blows
Why
my
would I
fucking
lie?
mind right there.
Especially if they were going to be offended. Why would I lie? What's the
I
point?
just think you don't care as long as you can try to distance yourself from the situation. You'll say anything.
I'm
You've been
friends with
doing
them
this
right
for a
now.
long time.
I'm friends with them today. Right?
I know you are because you don't give a fuck that
But I
they've
wasn't
got kids.
friends with them then. And I think what Andy did was fucking filthy. And I think what
Oh,
Adrian
do
did was overstepping the lines.
They
He
were
was
all
not
involved in that, though. How
I've
do you
said
think
that.
the call
I've
got
said
out?
that before. I've said that now. I've said it in public and I've said it in private.
Okay, so
all
why
the
would you
same
want
fucking
someone to
thing.
play it then? If you don't support that call, why would you have just asked Queen
Because
Bee to
you're
go get it and play it?
You're spinning it like they did. some
Spinning
crazy
what? The whole
fucking
call isn't even
CPS.
there. It's only 8 minutes.
Well, I don't know how long the fucking call.
And all he says is that he's worried about His sister. That's it. He doesn't say she's being held hostage. He doesn't say anything like that. You lie
But-
so much, Tracy. Why?
Are you out of your mind? You're really spinning this right now.
No, I'm not spinning
I'm
shit.
saying that Andy, the way that he manipulated his fucking son, recorded him, gave that to people, talked to the girls.
Yeah, who did he give it
Some
to,
mistakes
Chasing?
for
Your
you.
friends.
Finish the sentence.
No, you
Let
can't
them-
because you're lying.
Oh
He
my
gave
God.
it to your friends.
That's what I just said.
Okay, so your friends were involved with all of that, and you're cool with it. You're fine with it.
No.
And you want to play it.
You were there. They were with you. Who'd they run to? You. They ran
They
to
ran
your
to me.
panel.
Yeah, they sure did. It didn't work out well for them, did it, Tracy?
No.
No, it
Probably.
didn't. I was the last person they should have ever fucking come to because I'm not done. And you are part of it when
I
you
am
turn
not.
around and support it, and you're
I've never
still
been
asking
part
to
of
play
it.
that fucking call. Why do you do this? You
I've
don't
never
support
been
what
part-
Andy did to his son, but you want Queen Bee to play it. I think
Oh
that's
my-
kind of fucking ridiculous, no?
How many people have played it in the last 2-3 years?
I haven't.
That crazy lady played it.
I don't care.
Crystals, whatever the fuck.
I
her
don't
name
care who
is.
played it.
All these people play it.
Okay,
It's
so
okay
if
to
all
be
the
the-
people jump off a bridge, are you going to follow?
At
You
this point,
probably
not.
would,
At
right?
this point, on this fucking platform, yeah, I might. Those are two
Yeah.
girls.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're not going to sit
And
here
they
and tell me
worried
that
about
you weren't friends with these people because you were. Okay. You were. Stop lying. Now you're
was.
saying you weren't friends with them. That's
Was I?
amazing.
Was not friends with them.
News to all of us
I
that
know.
know better.
I've never played it either.
No, you just wanted to, though, right? Because would you like it if someone did that to your kid? I doubt
Of
it.
course not. Of
All
course
right.
not.
So why would you want to do it to someone else?
Because
So
it
like we're
shows
up here
what was
talking about
going
what
on.
not to do with kids, and you're like trying to victimize another kid again.
He's not a kid. He was a grown man then.
He's someone
grown
else's
married
kid,
man now.
Tracy. It doesn't matter. He's someone else's kid. That's a growing boy. He's not like he's not 40 years old.
Okay. He,
So when your daughter
He's
turned
not-
18, right?
my
Or
daughter.
turned 18, it's okay then. It's all off. Like they're not your kid anymore.
No,
It doesn't matter anymore because that's kind
course
of
it
the
does.
logic you're using here.
I'm not using that. I'm saying Andy was manipulating his son.
For who?
Then he manipulated the girls.
No, he didn't manipulate the girls. You know what he did? He got on
Before
that
they
call and
shared?
recorded his son for them, and you know it. So stop.
What?
You're fucking bullshit.
I don't
They
know.
were
What,
involved in all of that. That's why they had the call. How did the call get out, Tracy?
I have no idea.
Oh, Andy must have done it. It's all Andy, right? No,
It was all
of them.
fucking crazy.
Dabble, Krama Mama, they're all involved in that. You act so stupid all the time. This is why people are
I
starting to
don't
wake up
know.
to your crap.
I don't give a flying
You fucking
fuck.
lie about everything.
Bullshit.
You're pathological.
Like what? Like what? Tell me what I
Like
lied
right
about.
now.
You're lying.
I'm lying, right? Okay, yeah, okay, sure. I'm lying.
Oh my God.
You're
I
fucking
was not
really
friends
out
with
there,
them.
man. It's unbelievable to me that after all this time, you're gonna add more lies on top now. You
No,
weren't
I'm
even friends
not.
with them.
You're not. You're just not listening. You keep talking over me. You're not listening to hear what I'm saying at all.
Oh, okay. Let me listen to you lie some more. Go on.
Oh my God. I was not friends with them, Tiffany. I did not know that they were going to do that. Had I known, I would have advised them never to do anything like that because it's nobody's fucking business. They shouldn't be interfering in Jody's life or her kid's life
They
at all.
still are, though, aren't they? And
No.
you sit there through it all, and
No,
what do
they're-
you do? Nothing.
No, they're not.
You're no different, really, than
What do
Joseph.
you-
Know that, right? You're no different than Dietz or anyone that sits there knowing that their friends are doing this to kids or other people's
What?
kids, right? You're no different. You
What-
support this shit. And this has been my argument with
What
you
are
all
they-
along.
What are they doing to kids now, Tiffany?
What
what
do you mean, what are they doing to kids now?
They're not messing with Jody at all. Not at all.
I would hope by now that they're not, because
not.
eventually someone's going to get in some major trouble over there, yeah?
I mean, Adrian doesn't even come online. Jenny
That's a good thing. I think Adrienne should worry about her home life. She's got a whole lot more problems, I think, than Jody even did, from what I understand. And that's pretty sickening as well. That,
Hold
you
on.
know, a
Nonsense,
woman
you're up
who's
there
a
with us.
survivor herself would attack someone that's
Queen.
been abused.
Ellie, drop down. Nonsense, you're up here with us. Bitter
Can I
to
just ask a couple questions really quick? Just get the understanding here. First and foremost, let me say I think what is happening is wrong. I've spoke on that. It is all wrong. You know where I stand. I think everybody does. It is wrong. But Tiffany, are you making a big stink out of people being friends with CPS colors? Am I getting that correct?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Are you mad at Molly Golightly for recently calling CPS on Gigi? Just a question. Or did you
I
know
know
that?
nothing about Molly calling CPS on anybody, and I don't know who Gigi is. So, no,
I'm-
I don't know anything about that.
I was
Can you
giving
do
you
everything like that? Jesus Christ.
No, sorry. It's a little bit different, Chasing. I don't even know what she's referring to.
Oh.
Okay, so go
I
on,
wasn't
Nonsense.
even-
What happened?
I wasn't even around then to be friends with them to know what happened
Oh my
either.
God, yes, you were.
You told me
Stop.
to. No, I wasn't. But
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna fucking really prove to everyone what a
Please.
fucking liar you are, although they already know.
So I'm going to skip over this part because this isn't about nonsense. I'll deal with her another day. Nonsense wanted attention. I don't have time for her. Like, there's other pressing issues. You know, those people just like want to be a part of anything. That's nonsense. And she has no place in this conversation. So, what she did here, I'll sum it up for you. She came up and she wanted, it's actually really unfortunate how hard she rides for Sebastian Rogers, right? But she doesn't give a shit when it comes to Summer. She'll come up and try to divert attention away from what's important. And that's what she did here. So I'm going to skip over it. She wanted to know if I support Molly because Molly called CPS on some Gigi lady, okay? Molly has got her issues with this woman, Gigi. We talked about it in the beginning of my live. Not our Gigi. Molly has known this other lady on Facebook named Gigi. But what Nonsense did here was she wanted to make it okay, that Chasing is friends with women that called services on Jody and tried to have her daughter removed by using Molly and something Molly did that I don't have enough knowledge of. Obviously, now I have a little bit more knowledge of it, but I've never watched this Gigi lady, whatever. Nonsense is irrelevant in this situation. I'm not giving her attention right now. Plenty of time for that over the winter when I'm snowed in or something. I'll come back around for Nonsense. I just don't have time for it right now. Sorry to rain on your fucking parade, Nonsense. I'm sure you want me to play this part, but I'm not. I just don't have time for it. Way too much going on over here. And I'd like to know how much you would appreciate it if I came in and sidetracked everybody and tried to divert attention completely away from what the fuck you're working on or what you're doing or what you're invested in. And just like didn't even care about what you're covering with Sebastian like you just did when it comes to Summer. You're also trash. And you support child abusers, clearly. So we're going to move on from this real quick. Doesn't even matter. She just wanted to white knight for Chasing. She wants ass pats and shit.
Prove that I knew
Yeah.
about it. I can believe
Videos of me.
the problem. Did you think that
That poster is the
friend
people
called
that
CPS
did
on
all this shit that lie about it. That's the roller coaster nonsense.
what my friend
That don't
about
and what they did to a actual listen, that was Summer Wells' neighbor.
Oh.
Okay. That is interfering
All right.
in the case of a missing child. So fuck off.
Oh.
You have no fucking place.
Oh, while I'm here, and I just said that it's interfering in the case of a missing child. Chasing writes in the chat, and she says, hold on. How does a wellness check on Jody affect Summer's case? That's her mentality. I could sit here and give you all the reasons why that affects Summer's case and all the reasons why Chasing has affected Summer's case and her friends have affected Summer's case. And I'll get into all of that as the days go on. Like I said, I think I'm probably going to be here for about a week covering all this and going through all of the things Chasing, right? How does a wellness check on Jody? She completely ignores that this was about Jody's daughter. It was Jody's daughter that was targeted. Jody as well, but her daughter was affected. Chasing was on my panel listening to Jody's daughter. She still doesn't give a shit what happened to that girl and what her friends did to her. But chasing's so great, right? She would never do anything like that. She wouldn't be a part of anything like that. She doesn't support CPS callers. She really does. She really does. And she admits it in that chat. How does a wellness check on Jodi affect Summer's case? You know, chasing, I would say that could probably be witness tampering. There's other things as well. You guys just got lucky. That's all. You got lucky that nobody gave a shit to file injunctions and lawsuits, right? Like they are in Sebastian's case. You dodged a bullet, right? So you think. I mean, who knows what's to come down the road? I really don't know. But chasing is okay with this. And that comment in the chat tells everybody so, because she doesn't think it even matters. She doesn't care. Because it's not her kid. She doesn't care, right? She doesn't give a shit. And she's the mother. That's sad as fuck.
You don't even know.
And Deets on the streets. Let me just really quick, because I'm going to spend much time on her at all. Deets tried to make this about her yesterday too. Okay. I never said, now she says she never said it was me. I didn't hear Queen Bee say anything about Deets. If I missed it, oops, I don't know. Deets made a community post yesterday and went on and on and on and on and on about how she wasn't involved in the Tennessee trip. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that Deets on the Streets did not go to Tennessee on the November 2022 trip. Okay. And if Queen Bee got that confused, I think that's okay. Because Deets surrounds herself with these people that did all this, right? Like Queen Bee's supposed to know which trip was which. Instead of throwing a fit and acting like a victim and crying like a little bitch, Deets, just say, Queen Bee, you got it a little screwed up. I didn't go on that Tennessee trip. I went for Summer's Day, which I don't agree with it being called Summer's Day. They think it's, Summer's Day. The worst day of her life is her day, right? Jenny Gabble Geeks twerking in front of the camera on Summer's worst day. That's who you choose to surround yourself with. No one really gives a shit, Deets. You did nothing except make things more messy. You defended Penny Fizzle, right, with the fake Fed shit that Nonsense thought was so funny. That's actually why I started looking at Nonsense. She had all kinds of jokes. So it's so funny to her, the fake Fed, because I'm sure if someone put a fake Fed in Sebastian's case, she'd be so fucking over the moon about it. But yeah, chasing here thinks it's okay to call wellness checks on people over made up bullshit lies. Nowhere on that call did it say what they alleged Jodi was doing to her daughter, okay? Nowhere. But chasing says she understands why they did it, and she really doesn't care. She understands why they called CPS on Jodi. And she doesn't understand why it would affect Summer's case at all. Well, I could give you 1,000 reasons why, chasing. Chasing is okay with calling the police. She's okay with calling CPS. And she proves it all the time, but people just don't want to notice. They don't want to admit it. They want to just let it pass them right by. I don't know when other people are going to fucking say something or stand up to truth. I've been sitting here for 2 years doing it. You know, I'll say this. There was one creator, one, whoever truly stood beside me through all of it and never missed a beat. And damn, they wanted him gone from the internet so bad, right? No one else had the balls, right? Carl had the balls. Benny Keys sat on his channel pretty much daily and handed these people their ass. But he's so horrible, right? It's the people who stand against it that they want gone when they wish the worst for. And they clap when they see them in a rough time in their life or whatever. But I'll tell you what, he never gave up on Summer. Still hasn't. I can promise you. Still cares just as much today as he did back then. And I know that. Why did they want to leave Benny behind on that trip? Y'all want to know why they didn't want him on the trip? Because it makes perfect sense now. It didn't before. Everyone remembers, right? Jenny and Adrian suddenly had chasing going on the trip, and then they did not answer Benny when he said, like, what's the plan? Where am I going? He had his car packed up. He had a drone. He was bringing a drone with him. Okay? They passed up having a drone out there to search in places that nobody could ever get to. Okay? They did not want Benny to talk about the dog that pissed all over 125. A lot went on, right? Chasing. And they came up with this big elaborate story about how they got chased by this guy. It was always just one guy. Now it's two. There were two guys. Chased him out of there at 80 miles per hour. Adrian was driving Chasing's car. Chasing couldn't get a picture, but Adrian did. And Adrian was the one driving. I don't think so. Wait till you hear this. And as I start comparing all the stories they've told, I dare anyone to ever fucking tell me that I'm a liar. Or that I have a hard on for Chasing. No, she's just a weak ass pussy bitch. She stands for nothing. And she doesn't put Summer first. She never has. She just wanted a nice, white, shiny BMW SUV off the showroom floor. That's all. And then she was done. No more mention of Summer. But they want to talk about a $1,500 check that I didn't send. Eat shit. Eat fucking shit. That's what I say to that.
Know what happened, and you're not going to divert the situation elsewhere. Thank you. You can go white knight for Chasing on your channel nonsense, okay?
Chasing Captain Save a Hope, coming to save the day.
Looks like you're trying to be Captain Save a Hope.
Oh my gosh.
Well, last time I checked, Chasing isn't a hoe, but I mean, if she wants to be a hoe, she can be a hoe.
Now and again.
She can work that corner. I mean, whatever, super.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Who just wrote that in my chat? Bellanova said, TM, you're right. When Benny did a serious live, he did a very good job. That's the only reason I followed him. They used him to pay for their trip. That was so wrong. I remember. Yeah, Bellanova. It's funny, you know, Andy was just in here. Benny sent Adrian the money. He sent her $300. And that was used for them to get on the property. But Adrian said, oh, we didn't have to pay to get on the property. It was free. Of course it was. Benny paid for it. Still want to know why they would pass up having a $1,400 drone to search for Summer. They had their body cams though, and which they didn't have at first. Then they did because Adrian let the cat out of the bag and she told everyone she was wearing one, and they were all pissed that she even said anything because they were lying about wearing body cameras. And they're chasing people in their own county because they looked at them the wrong way. These people, you talk about Bullhorn Betty. I don't know. Has Bullhorn Betty ever chased people in their neighborhood? Has she been behind the wheel, like literally chasing someone at 80 miles per hour? I want to know. Because Bullhorn Betty is all the rage. But I've never heard a Bullhorn Betty doing, swear to God, as crazy as this sounds, I don't think she's done what these people have done ever. Crazy, right? It's just because they're not doing it with the camera on. Bullhorn does her shit with the camera on because she wants the attention. These people, they could possibly even be more dangerous than that bitch. That's how I feel about it. So they are no different. But eat that shit up. Put that shit on your plate and eat it every day with a spoon. Chasing is a saint, though. I think not. She claims this guy is some kind of felon, this horrible guy that they were standing at the bottom of the driveway. Now, I always pictured that it was during the day. She says, out of nowhere, suddenly we hear this happen in the cloak of darkness. But Chasing said she was staring at a spot at the end of the Wells driveway. How were you staring at anything in the woods or on the side of the road in the pitch dark? And how did that man make eye contact with you and look at you in the cloak of darkness? See, these things just don't add up to me. These stories that Chasing tells, you pretty much know they're lies because nothing makes sense about them. See, all that came out yesterday. Like, it was dark. It was pitch black. How was I supposed to get a picture? Well, Adrian said she got a picture. It was just a little blurry. Well, how do you get a picture? Now, if they were to say when I had asked in the beginning, Tiffany, we couldn't get a picture or a video because it was dark. You know, it was nighttime. It was pitch dark out there. I'd have been like, oh shit, damn, that sucks. No, this shit comes out almost, 2 years later? Almost. No, 2 months, 2 years and a month later, it comes out. But this happened in the dark. Suddenly, it's in the dark. So Chasing says they're standing at the bottom of the Wells property, and this guy drives by and stares them down. They were so scared that they chased this man, went and hunted him. First, he stared them down. He was waiting at the end of the road, blocked off the road. Now, all this stuff gets added in yesterday. Where did all of these facts come from? Nothing is adding up. I mean, I don't even believe the story Whether it's true or not, we have no proof that it happened, is my point. So you've got Adrian busting out all kinds of shit that no one wants anyone to know. Chasing's fucking up the story. Nothing's making sense or adding up. And I'm the crazy one? No, I'm just keeping track of every single motherfucking lie. And I do damn good at it. You know what I think? I think that they fucked up so bad with Benny that they made the story up about this guy, because if Benny knew that they were chased by a madman out there in Ben Hill, he would feel bad for them and worry about them. And he wouldn't be upset about what they did with fucking him over. I don't truly believe the story about this raging lunatic guy. Now 2 guys. It was always 1 for 2 whole years. Now it's 2. There were 2 of them. I think it's all bullshit. Then you've got Jason saying Adrian was driving, but she's the one that got the pictures. Remember, yesterday I was asking Jason, why didn't anybody get photos of this or a video? Like, somebody was in the passenger seat, and in the back seat, there were 3 of you out there. 1 was driving, and between all 3 of you with body cameras, phones, all kinds of shit. No one got any evidence of this happening. Well, Adrian said a while back she did, but she just wasn't giving it to me because no one's going to know anything about our search. Remember how pompous they were about it and no one could know anything, and they did the sound test and it was on Annabella's phone and all this crap. They're just bull-faced liars. I believe nothing that they say. And the story changes again yesterday.
I've never met someone on here that thinks they're funny when they're not and laughs at themselves the way you do. It's so fucking weird.
It's so weird.
You're
I just
not
have a
funny.
question about your friends, and
There's nothing funny about you or your
you're
jokes.
taking these strong stances against people playing kids' video. You just fucking did that shit to me. So sit the fuck
No,
all
I
the way
did
down
something
with your
that was
fucking
already
pocket ass.
available on a live stream.
Exactly.
You did
Same
that.
what you're talking about. People have.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm allowed
I'm
to react to
still
something that was.
talking.
I never met them. I to be a part of something they're not. It's fine. I'm not
Sincerely,
gonna go over it again. What I wanted you to
Master.
do a long time ago.
Okay,
I'm
hold
not part
on.
of any of this.
Okay, shit to me, and
I
nonsense
have a
wanted to
brow
be a
on
part
you.
of it. Like
I still don't
she
have
pretended like I said it to her. Didn't even know the bitch. Fucking weird. Everyone wants to be a part of something they're not. Be important somewhere else.
I don't want to be a part of any of this.
Okay, well, I don't know
You
what
keep
you
bringing
are
my
or
name up.
don't. I have a problem with the fact chasing that you have no fucking backbone and no spine and you can't even fucking do the right thing.
Ziggy, so this is the thing, right? I said to Chasing, you're on someone else's turf. You're hunting people. You literally said you were hunting people. She tried to say that I was the one that said that. You know, Chasing has a really bad habit of making up these stories all the time, putting her words on other people, saying things were said that didn't ever come out of my mouth, were never said. Then she says it on somebody's panel that no one listens to, that I never called her a pedo, but no one ever heard it. They run with these lies. She sits around letting them lie about all this shit, right? Either way, I said, you're on someone else's turf. Like, you're in someone else's neighborhood. She says, he wasn't from Ben Hill. It wasn't his neighborhood. He wasn't supposed to be there. He's a felon, this, that, and the other. Hang tight because she's about to talk about it. So Ed Redman, she said, is known for chasing people off Ben Hill Road. But if they were with Andy, I can't see Redman doing that if he knew they were with Andy. You know, it's strange. It's like, yeah, they were supposed to be with Andy. Where was Andy when they were chased, right? It's kind of strange because when Benny and I were supposed to go out there, we were threatened that trees would be cut down on us and we would be blocked into Ben Hill and that we would not get out, right? They were going to close us in and kill us out there, right? Now, Chasing is saying that this guy, the 2 guys who allegedly chased them down, blocked them in. Like the story's growing and growing, and suddenly what was supposed to be happening to us when we went out there and what we were threatened with is happening to them, just not with trees. No one cut any trees down on them. It was this guy's truck or car, whatever he was driving. It's incredible. Like they just make their own stories as they go along and use bits and pieces of all kinds of things to make it up.
It's been years. Because when I first met you, you really did do the right thing. You were always doing the right thing. That's why I liked you. And now, I don't know what happened to you. You're one of the weakest people I know. It's amazing.
Okay, without us being rude, what do you want me to do?
I already told you I'm not going to go over.
Yes, she left out cracking cases as well. I remember. I think Cam was very upset about that. They did this so that they could keep it secret. They came back and they acted like no one could know anything. They had their own inside jokes, sat on panels for hours with each other, basically rubbing it in everyone's noses. It was disgusting. And none of it was about Summer. People were literally waiting with bated breath to hear, like, hey, how did the sound test go? What came of it? We're not telling you anything. No one's knowing anything. And it went on for months. Everybody, no matter who it was, like they literally sat and told their whole chat, you don't get to know that. None of you people get to know nothing. I can't believe people did not leave their channels by the boatloads. These are some of the biggest pricks I've ever fucking witnessed in my life. But either way, Ziggy Chasing says this guy is not from Ben Hill. Somehow, check this out. This man that they were so afraid of, they went and hunted him down and found him. This guy they were so afraid of, trying to get away from at 80 miles per hour. They went and found him, found out his name, his record, who he is, all that, and he's not from Ben Hill, allegedly. I'm telling you, I don't believe this story at all.
It again. What I wanted you to do a long time ago, you did exactly the opposite.
And Jason's gonna ask me what I want her to do. Stop fucking asking. I don't want you to do shit anymore. You know what I want you to do? I want you to tell the truth, Chasing. I want you to stop acting like you own rights to Summer Wells. This is all in the name of Summer. And you pieces of shit would rather talk about a documentary that you pray happens. No one can know about that either. You put out any kind of documentary, I hope you get sued and lose everything you own. Because it's all for the love of money, because you're evil. No one can do a documentary on Summer. No one knows her story. She hasn't been found. What kind of documentary is that? A half-assed documentary? There will come a day when this entire fucking place is going to see Chasing Truth, Tracy Scott, for what she fucking is.
Anything possible to make it difficult to get answers. And that's when I lost respect for you. You didn't put Summer first. That's all I wanted you to do. I wanted you to put Summer first, and I wanted you to stop protecting fucking losers, okay? And to put her first. That's all I wanted. You couldn't do that. That's why we are in the situation we are today.
You really think that I haven't put her before even?
Yes, I believe you have let her fall to the wayside, and you've actually cared more about these people that you've met and become friends with. Yes, I do feel that way. I do, truly. That's why I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you because you cannot seem to do the right thing ever. And it's what, to have these friends that are completely out of line.
So if I had denounced this once I found out about it, which I have, but if I did it in a more aggressive manner, would that have been putting Summer first? Because what
I
is the
think
back on
to
Jody?
put Summer
After
first,
Summer.
it wouldn't be denouncing, Tracy. To denounce is not taking it. That's not exactly an action. Denouncing is speaking it, right? If
Yeah.
you actually stepped away at the time, it's too late now. Obviously, you just said earlier you don't even care that it happened anymore. Like what?
No, I understood why it happened after I heard everything. I understood
You said you
why.
didn't care. You said
I
you don't care
understood.
anymore. That's exactly what you said.
I
So
didn't make it like that.
what you're asking what you can do now? You don't give a fuck. Why are you asking what you can do now when you don't care?
I'm not saying that I don't care.
Okay.
I'm saying I understood why after hearing everything that was said, and Jody was spinning out, and I was told it was a wellness check. I totally understand why everybody was concerned. Do I think it was right? No.
But
They
those
just,
things were not happening. The things that they told you and told me were happening were not happening.
right, but I don't know that they weren't happening. That's how they felt it was going down. That's what they were told by Andy, that all this was happening, and she hadn't slept, and she was acting crazy, and she was making threats. So were they concerned?
Listen,
Yeah.
Andy was asleep. The second I got on that call, I said, where is he? Is he concerned? Like, what's going on? And he was sleeping. So I don't really believe that. Adrian had said that she made this call. And that's when I said, where is Andy? And she said, sleeping. So that told me everything I needed to know right then and there. That if Andy was asleep, his daughter certainly wasn't in danger, especially not the danger that they were saying.
Well, that pissed me off more. And I've talked about that.
When?
He go. They said he went to bed. I said, wait, he told you guys all this and then he went to bed? And they said, yeah, he went and took a nap. I'm like, oh, okay. So he got you guys fired up, concerned, and then he went and took.
Chasing had this conversation with these idiots when it happened. Okay? Trust and believe. But she's going to sit here and tell me on this panel that she didn't find out for a really long time. A really long time. Because she was never friends with them. You know what Chasing will denounce? She'll denounce them as her friends back when the calls were made on Jody Sue and her daughter. It's the only thing she's denounced this far, and it took her all this time. It's quite incredible. She starts distancing herself more and more as more pressure gets placed on her, but she lies through her teeth the whole time. I found it so interesting to listen to her with such passion in her voice say, I was never friends with them at that time. They were not my friends. I don't know. Maybe their friendship has fallen apart at this point. I have no clue what's going on with these people, but something is.
Took a fucking nap. Nice guy.
Okay, so did you talk to them about it that day?
No, not until a long time after, and I found
How
out.
long after, Jason?
I don't know. I'd have to go look in the DM.
Could you do that? Because I'd really like to know that.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how long it took for them to tell you all of these things.
It was a long time.
It's September of 2022. My live stream is up. All of them are up. The one the day before, the day of, the day after. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny has the entire 13-hour call. She refuses to put it out. There's a reason for that.
I asked her if she had that whole call.
She has it.
She told me she doesn't.
Well, she uploaded 2 hours and 12 minutes, gave it to me. And then as soon as I started playing it, she wanted me to remove it. And she wanted me to take my live down. So she privated the video because she said that there were children's names being shown, which there were. It could have easily been edited out. But Penny didn't give a fuck to do that. And Jenny, I don't know what she was doing. Either way, on the call, in the first literally 10 seconds, I said, who is recording this call? Because I wasn't going to sit on that kind of call without being recorded. And she said, I've got it. And she does. And she has at least 2 hours and 12 minutes that I know of. Have you ever asked her for it?
Yeah, I asked her if she had the whole call. She said no.
Well, did you ask her for the 2 hours that she uploaded and privated on me? Because I could put that live back up too.
No, I didn't ask her for that. I just said, do you have the whole call? She says you have the whole call. Do you have it? She said no.
She's lying to you.
Hold on, I'm going to read this comment. Give me a sec. It doesn't show up on my studio, but I'm going to read it because it's in the chat. HOA officer. the HOA, right? Dietz and Jones and, you know, all the people that support attacking children, says, since no one wants to tell you the truth, I will. You sound so ridiculously stupid that you should put your head down and never look up. Summer is not your child, and you have never given her a thing. HOA officer, are you triggered? I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I don't give a fuck what you think I've done or what I haven't done. Matters nothing to me. You're in here under a fake fucking name. No one knows who you are. I'm never going to meet you in life, and I couldn't give a fuck less what you or anybody else thinks of me because I believe in what I'm doing and have been doing, and I know in my heart what's right and what's wrong. You're just bothered because I'm the only one around here that's ever had the fucking balls to call these pieces of shit out. And you're one of them. You're welcome to stay with us, though, because all of you fucking weirdos love every second of listening to me. That's why you're here listening. You never leave. You listen to every single live, but I should put my head down and never look up. That hurt my feelings so bad. I'm going to lose all the sleep.
This is what I'm talking about. And like chasing, I don't really think you're a bad person. I just think you don't have, I feel you have a weakness, and I wish it wasn't that way. I wish that you could actually stand up for what's right when the times that you should.
As a matter of fact, I'm so not embarrassed or ashamed of myself that I'm going to come back again and again and again and again and again until I'm fucking done doing this for the third time with new lies and new stories. And if you're so fucking bothered, you should tell your friends not to lie. It's really just that simple. Right? But you're here with me, here with us. You know? You always are. Somehow, you fucking losers always find yourselves here in my chat. Bothered and triggered as fuck. I'm not going anywhere. I'll take another 3 months off and I'll come back again. And I'll do it again for as long as I need to, no matter how stupid you think I sound. Why don't you show your face or use your real name? Or are you going to hide behind the HOA? Who the fuck makes an HOA on YouTube? Really? This is how they measure their importance. You have officers of the HOA, lunch ladies of the HOA, fucking lawnmowers of the HOA. Have you seen Joneson's yard? I think Joneson needs to move into a neighborhood with an HOA because she can't seem to pick up a single twig from the lawn. She can't care for her yard. Meanwhile, she has a helicopter the size of her foot in the yard that she can't fit in. You want to come in here under HOA? Let me tell you something. That bitch doesn't even own a push mower. I don't even think she has a hose. I also don't believe she has a shower. It doesn't look like she's bathed in 99 fucking years. Okay? Okay. What happened? Did they disappear? That's all they had to say? Okay. So head on back to the HOA and go fucking write a ticket to Joneson because her lawn has overgrown. and it looks like a dump. She has cars broken down in the yard. Okay? Okay. Now we're done.
Like when I first met you on here years ago, you were much different. I don't know what happened when Summer's case started that you lost your just I don't know, you were like a completely different person now. And I don't know what it is. I really don't. You're talking about how you were in Beech Creek hunting people. What do you mean? Hunting people in a neighborhood that you don't belong in? You went to Summer's neighborhood,
Ask us first.
running through people's yards in their bushes, hunting people.
Why do you think that? Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. And you said it out of your own face. So don't lie about that either, because I
Yeah.
have it. It's on my channel. Don't
100%.
lie, Tracy.
100% hunting people. 100%.
What does that mean to hunt people?
Do you want
Can
me
you
to
put it
explain?
in?
Can you not talk over me and I'll tell you exactly
Yeah,
what I mean?
please.
Okay. The man who chased us later on a much later trip.
Hold on. Can I interrupt? The man who chased you. So
Yeah.
a man just started chasing you out of nowhere?
Literally out of nowhere. Yeah.
Where did he start chasing you at?
We were standing at the bottom of the Wells driveway. I was looking at a certain spot. 4 of us were standing there. My truck was parked at the bottom. He was driving by and he's staring at me. And I'm like, oh, he looks crazy. So I'm staring back at him. He drives past. He backs up. As soon as he backs up, one of the girls yells, get in the car. So we jump in the car. I'm like, oh my God. So when he backed up, he like takes off. So we're like, oh, he's gone. Fucking weirdo. So we leave. He's waiting at the end of the street where you have to go left or right. And he has it blocked. So we can't get past now. And I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing? He jumps out of his car and gets out and tries to come to the driver's side door. This is where people get that he came from the door and tried to open it. No, he was trying to get there. She was driving my car, Adrian. She backed up and flew through him and his car and took a left. She's trying to get out of there. He jumps in his car and chases us for miles. It was dead black out there. There's no streetlights. There's nothing. He chased us as far as he could, and then he took off. So that was terrifying. But then that was over, and we got as much information as we could about what the car looked like, all of that stuff. We reported it. The next time I went down,
Adrian and Jenny, you guys, all this
No.
time, I think 8 minutes, you didn't get a single picture or video. And then Adrian said she did, but she wasn't giving it to me, which I didn't need it. I just wanted to make sure she had it for herself. So she said that she has all that.
I got
Right.
a photo. I wasn't driving. Adrian was. I got a photo on my phone with my telephone. I got 2. One was super blurry and one wasn't as blurry. It's a very, very, very recognizable car. So we weren't too worried because describing it to the police, they didn't know exactly what it was. So we did all of that.
So you're
And
being chased, and it was this big deal. You made a huge deal about it, but it was no big deal. And you didn't get a camera out
You're
to record it. You just took a couple blurry pictures. Well,
we were driving 80 miles an hour. trying to
only
get
one
away from
person was
fucking
driving.
nuts.
You didn't get the video out?
It was
You videoed with body
terrifying. We
cameras
were
out
on a
there.
black road with no lights, and it's a 2-lane on a mountain. Are you fucking kidding? No, we were just trying to get away from him. The point is, the next time we went down, somebody knew who he was. So the hunting came about to drive past there because the police hadn't done shit yet.
Okay, but was it this guy's
Make sure
neighborhood?
we got clear pictures.
You were
of his
on this
vehicle.
person's turf, though, right?
No,
Was it this
he didn't
person's
even live in the
neighborhood?
He lived nowhere in Beech Creek whatsoever. No, and we weren't doing
You know
anything.
exactly who the person is.
Oh, now we do. Yeah, he's unreported to the police. Yeah, all of that happened already.
Okay, and
That's
what's
the whole story. That was us hunting him. We went to make sure that we had the right car, the right person.
No, you said hunting people, not one person. Tracy.
Well, he had another person with him.
Oh, now he had another person with him. Okay.
Yeah.
You're full of stories, huh?
No, same story. It's always been same
Never
exact
knew there
story.
was
That's
another
what
person with
happened.
them.
We never hunted through any fucking backyards, and we're hunting.
You
No,
said
when we
you were in the
found him,
bushes.
when
That's what
we
you said.
found him, he had a person with him.
You said
The
you were
second.
in people's bushes out of your own face.
I said we went and cut down bushes when we were looking for Summer
Okay.
using a machete. We
That's not
got
what you said,
hunting
Tracy.
people in the bushes. That never
I
happened.
think you're lying again.
Play it. Play it.
I will play it. I will. I will.
Never
I'll go
happened.
back over all of it because you lie so fucking much. You don't even
I
remember.
even told the story for on here. Has anybody ever heard me say that while we were searching for Summer, we were going through people's yards and bushes hunting people?
I have it recorded. It's
Okay.
actually right on my channel. If you want to go over there right now, it's on a short. It's very easy to find. There's like 5 shorts over there. Stop lying.
No, none of that. That's
No, you're not going to
Now-
stop lying, right?
There was a funny outtake I did and said us old ladies had machetes running around hunting people, but I was kind of, taking a dig at you saying we were hunting people because we weren't.
Ed, I never said hunting people because I've never someone even use that term outside of the documentary of a serial killer. What are you talking about? I didn't come up with that. You did. You said
Yes.
you were hunting
It's
people.
the same
I
thing I'm saying now. Yes.
Okay, you just put
We
that on me.
hunted the man who hunted us. We hunted him down. Does that make sense? He got hunted down. We looked for him. We had to go look for him, make sure he was the same person so we could follow up with the police.
It's not even
That's
your
it.
neighborhood. You shouldn't be in other people's neighborhoods hunting.
It wasn't his neighborhood. He didn't
Don't
live in the
that
Wells
crosses
neighborhood.
a line at all. And a missing.
He wasn't in the Wells neighborhood. He's a very
You
violent
just told me
person, by the way.
of your driveway.
So he shouldn't even been in Summer's fucking neighborhood, the nut job.
Okay, but
Fuck
you're
that guy.
also a nut job as well. If you were in their neighborhood as well. No,
No,
because
we were looking for Summer. We
it's
were
okay. It's
searching.
okay because it's you and Jenny and Adrian, right?
He
It's
wasn't
okay for you guys to do these things in missing child cases, right? This is what
We
I'm
were
talking
out
about. You're fucking
searching for
hypocrisy.
Summer.
Searching for Summer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, is there something wrong with that?
I think there's things wrong with the things that you've done. Yeah. I think
The
you've
man who chased us is an absolute fucking convicted felon. a
Okay.
crazy
Well, I don't know
person
anything about
who
that. You
doesn't
guys
even
don't know
live
proof of
in
it.
that neighborhood, who is driving from a dead end past the Wells house like a fucking maniac, staring at people, and then chases women out of there. Gets out of his car for no fucking reason. He was a lunatic. But we should be like, oh, well, let's just let that go and never say anything. Fuck
You
that
don't
guy.
Tennessee though. Like you don't even live in that state. Don't you look
I
like
don't
a
give a fuck.
lunatic
We
doing all
weren't doing
this?
anything. We were just standing there.
I find that very hard to believe. It's a very strange
Well, I
story.
don't care. It's the truth. I mean,
Yeah.
what the hell? I mean, he clearly does drugs. He has quite a record.
Your friend does drugs too.
Narcotics. Oh, my friends do drugs?
Yeah,
That's
Jenny stays up doing coke all night. What you mean?
Jenny's never
She stayed up for 3 days straight in my Discord playing Jody for 3 days straight.
Stop
And
it.
why were you
Jenny does
searching
not
for a
do
man that
drugs.
you already found?
Jenny does not do drugs.
Oh,
She-
Jenny doesn't do drugs. Okay, so
No, absolutely
her
not.
own admission that she does coke, but she doesn't do drugs.
Maybe back in the 80s and 90s.
In the 80s and 90s. I'm pretty sure she was born in the 80s. What are you talking about, Tracy?
She wasn't born in the 80s.
Listen to you make these excuses for these
Jenny
people.
doesn't do drugs.
You're kind of like
Doesn't.
Jenny when she acts like she
barely
lived
even
with Andy and Jody like 13 years ago and she speaks on what
doesn't
happened in
even
their house.
drink.
Now you're answering for Jenny when she was in her younger years doing drugs.
Oh
You
my
make
God.
no sense.
She doesn't
Everything's excuse making. This is what I'm talking about with you.
She does not do drugs.
You're not in her house, so I don't think you can speak to it, right? She admitted it. You should talk to her again.
What, that she's done cocaine? I mean, does she currently do cocaine?
Okay, yeah. What, that she's done cocaine?
I mean,
So why don't you talk about
You've
the
never done
dog that you guys brought out there that was pissing all over decomp? BBK's
Say one more
dog that pisses on decomp when it smells it and went pissed all over the place.
I'm not going to tell you one thing about our search. Did it go silent?
So right there, Molly called me. It knocked me off the panel. Queen Bee was in the car. She was driving. She lost battery on her phone. She came back. I did go up on the panel after, but I just thanked her basically for being there. Oh, I told off the AME lady, and it was a wrap. So I got this out of the way. I wanted to play this. I'm coming back tomorrow, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down, now that you heard just this one piece of chasing, adding these lies, okay, into her story, veering off here, there, and everywhere with her crap. And I'm going to piece them all together. I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do with all of her bullshit. And it's going to come together so nicely. Chasing, I hope you don't have to work this week coming up. I don't know how you're going to juggle all of this at once. You may need Jenny or Adrian to help you, or Skilo. Where's Skilo lately? You know, Skilo, who wanted to go basically follow Benny around and make a documentary out of him. But he wanted nothing to do with that. He just wanted to fly his drone. Right, Skilo? So, like, we got weirdo Skilo running around saying that ID Discovery wanted to follow Benny around with their cameras and make a whole ass documentary right? Meanwhile, she's like slipping her number to him on the side, like, this is for the extracurricular stuff, Benny. And then you've got these idiots running around trying to make another documentary. There's a whole lot going on here. It is going to be all wrapped up neat and tidy. CP says Penny told everyone in Discord about Gavel Geek doing coke. I bet she did. Not lying about that. Chasing says, Jenny doesn't do drugs. Jenny doesn't do drugs. Oh, yes, she does. Her and her husband do. Yes, they do. I mean, Jenny is the one that said it herself. And so did her husband. Right, Jenny? You like a little sniff sniff? Bunch of drug addicts and fucking freaks. It's actually pathetic. Sage Sleuth said, people warned you people to stay away. Jody warned people to stay away. She did. You're absolutely right, Sage Sleuth. Christy B, I can see you. You put a dot in here. We see you. All done in the dark, says Linda Luhu. I guess. I mean, that's new too. We never knew about that it was dark out. Ziggy says it's way overly dramatic and sounds like something they were trying to get for content. Oh, for sure. But even more so, the fact alone that when they came back, they acted like people were asking them for, insider information, like they were the FBI and you were a suspect in a case asking for information. Like no one could ask them any questions. Only they could know what happened. They acted so privileged. Meanwhile, they're going real life all over the place while sitting around preaching to everyone that they're real lifers. No. Chasing, you are the next Bullhorn Betty. You're just a different kind is all. You're a private Bullhorn Betty. You're just like her. Except I will say Bullhorn probably has, I don't know, a better looking face than you. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and blow sparkles up your ass. It is what it is. You're not very easy on the eyes. That's all. And I'm so fucking sick of you. I am so tired of you. I'm so tired of your lies and your bullshit. How long are you going to go on like this in Summer's case? I think chasing needs to be stopped. She certainly needs to stop getting up on panels and riding the hell out of them, telling everybody that they're the real lifers while she's actually one of the worst offenders of all. Her and her little crew. Wonder if the HOA FOIA'd their call. They on a roll. Maybe they should. I know, CP. Isn't it something? You would think that these people would be all over that. Not with their own. They won't do it with their own. And Deets, I fucking dare you to ever say my name. Deets on the streets yesterday said, it's all my fault, the lies that are spread about her. What lies have I ever told about you, Deets? You know what Deets did? Deets actually covered up all of the fake Fed shit. She stepped right in and she played cleanup crew. Deets, I'm not done with you either. I'll do this for years. It doesn't bother me at all. I have all the time, and I'll take my sweet time doing it. You can shut up about me, and why don't you worry about your own friends? All your real life friends that interfere in the case of missing children. And they'll do it again, and they'll do it again and again and again. And you'll sit around talking about all the reasons why everyone else is so wrong for going real life when you sit beside the biggest fucking offenders of all. Every time you think of Bullhorn Betty, just remember what Chasing did in Beech Creek, in Summer Wells neighborhood, with Gavel Geeks and Krama Mama and a number of other people. But they're so above everyone else. Why do people care so much about their YouTube reputation? I don't get it. I don't know, Nana. I'd imagine probably because they're not important in their own real life. You know, like maybe this is the only place that they feel they are worth anything. I don't know. They want to like fit in. Maybe they don't have friends, or I don't know. They put YouTube above their families, their children. Think about all these people and how they spend all day long on YouTube. And most of them have kids under 10. Their babies' lives are just passing them by. Before they know it, their kids are going to be off to college and they're going to be like, damn, I didn't even notice my kid's 6 foot tall and I just was on YouTube so long I didn't even notice them growing up. Do you know what I mean? But they care about missing kids. They don't even take care of their own. They're shitty people, shitty parents. They're shitty sleuths. They don't know how to do shit. And for people that lie so much, you'd think they'd be able to get their lies straight. Why is it that I could pick through all the lies and wait till I get going? I can't fucking wait. I am so excited to do this. And I'm so glad that Chasing added more to her story, or their story. So we have a story from Adrian, a story from Jenny, a story from Chasing, and all these stories keep changing over the last 2 years. This literally could take me more than a week. I don't know. I'll take however long I need to, though. I'm going to go back through all of this shit. Because you know what? They're all up in arms over real life in Sebastian's case. Who gives a fuck about Summer around here? Did they forget about her? They'll go real life on Summer's whole entire neighborhood, her whole entire county. Anyone they damn well please, right? And then Sebastian goes missing, and they want to judge all the other people. And they just put Summer down like she's Raggedy Ann, like always. I've always said Summer doesn't deserve this. She deserves so much better. And I'll end with this. I regret ever saying Summer's name on this platform. I regret ever begging people to pay attention and to spread her around here and share her image, because I am fully responsible for bringing Summer's case to this platform for these pieces of shit to victimize her over and over and over and over and over again. And then all the other people. I regret the day. And I always will. And I believe many here have everything to do with the reason they have not found her yet. They've done nothing but muddy the waters and distract from her. And now Sebastian supersedes all. Summer is an afterthought to these people. And you know what? Sebastian will be the same when the next child goes missing and they want to go cling on to that case. The same thing will happen to him as well. I don't agree with bringing missing children to YouTube. I don't agree with bringing missing people to YouTube. You know who I do encourage you to bring your information to is the Aware Foundation on Facebook. You could go to TikTok. Nothing leaves here. It's a stagnant dumpster fire on this platform. No one is finding anyone. They're ruining any hope for these kids. There is literally no hope in a community like this to spread awareness for a missing child, and they will keep her lost. And I truly believe that's what they want because that's how they make money. They make money when children are missing. And I believe many of these people do not want Summer found. I mean, fuck. BBK's dog. So let's say something was on the 125 property, and I'm not saying there was. Let's just say, hypothetically, there may have been some evidence there. Well, they brought that dog out there, and every time the dog smelled any kind of decomp, it peed all over it. Okay. So what happens now? It's ruined. If there's DNA, there's ammonia, piss all over it. Who did that? Jenny, Adrian, and Chasing Truth. Need I say any more this evening? I don't think so. I just hit 3 hours and I'm done with this portion of the live and I'll be back tomorrow. You're a bunch of stupid bitches. And quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of hearing Chasing's mouth. She's never going to shut up. And she just wants to keep rolling the dice with me. Bitch, I am here. Okay, I'm going to shake you down. She doesn't want to tell the truth because they're hiding things. The only people that lie like this are people with something to hide and people that have done something wrong. And I'm going to bet they've done all the wrong things and they're hiding things. You know, what happened with the police out there, Jason? You guys never did talk about why the police were called on you guys. Maybe I'll FOIA that. Is that the only thing that I plan to FOIA? And I have to go there in person, I will. I'm going to find out why the police were called on you people. You don't want to talk about that either. I'm a woman of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I do. So I'll be back tomorrow and every other day after that until I'm done with all this. Whistle Down, thank you so much. I hope you'll be back tomorrow because I'm going to play that one. The one that Chasing, driving in the car. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and get all the timestamps. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit through all of it because there's a lot that needs to be covered. And I can't sit here, you know, and not for nothing. It's like, who was it the other day? I'm trying to think of the channel name. Someone did Stardusted. If you're in here, do you remember the name of the channel that I was on the phone with my friend, and there was a channel that had put together a compilation of, like, it was basically like a timeline. I cannot remember for the life of me what the channel name was now. Like, people who are actually putting in work. Like, they're actually piecing things together and making videos where they're comparing all of the different stories and all of the different things that were said. Can't remember what it was. I'll find it tonight and hopefully I can share it with you guys because I really would like to do that. Nana Whistledown sent me everything she has too earlier today on this whole entire group. She's got it all in order. I don't. I have to pick through all my lives and the emails that I've sent to myself and everything. I totally wish I could stay live all night, but I don't want to burn myself out. I want to go easy. I don't want to like overwhelm people with information. I want to keep these like 3 hours a piece until I'm done. And anyone that needs anything from these, you're welcome to use it. I don't mind at all. If you need like a link to something, so you don't want my commentary, let me know. I have no problem with that. Just email me. My email's in my about section. And you can also get me on Discord. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. But I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. I think I'm going to go grocery shopping in the morning and I'll come back like maybe around noontime or 2 o'clock. So like plan for around 2 o'clock or something. Ziggy says I could probably find out about the police call because I'm guessing it was local that called. I'm pretty sure Fred could easily find out. But where were they when the police were called? Right on 125. From what I understand. Now, that could be wrong, Ziggy, but from what I understand, they were right inside Ben Hill when the cops were called when they were out there. Maybe it was that guy that called on them. Who knows? I mean, who else did they run into that they went and said they hunted this guy down. Chasing said she was in people's bushes. Now she's saying she was cutting down bushes and all that. I have no doubt there's someone in there, if they were running around in the dark, especially, that someone would call. I mean, if someone's running through your yard at night or hiding in your bushes, and yes, that's exactly what she said. Wouldn't you call the cops? I would, you know? You not just show up in people's neighborhoods and hide in their bushes and chase people down the road in the car going 80 miles per hour. That's not normal behavior. We have 6 stories of the same chase to go through. Yeah. Whistledown. We've got Chasing's 3 different stories, Adrian's 2 different stories, and Jenny's story. It's incredible. That's why I don't even know if it's true. Fred said Ed Redmond is a big cop caller back on Ben Hill. He calls on people all the time back there. Yeah, or walking around with a machete. Right, Sage Sleuth. The preview on this, Chasing, that's the one where Chasing talks about how she didn't bring a gun with her. Nana for Life was the one packing, and not to fuck with Nana for Life, blah, 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 blah. And Chasing brought a machete instead of a gun because she doesn't like guns. Does Bullhorn run through people's neighborhoods with machetes? Anyone know? Has anyone ever heard? Does she carry a knife with her? I don't know. And I'm going to compare these people to Bullhorn because she's all the rage and she's the worst ever, right? Anyone ever heard of Bullhorn Betty carrying around a machete? Because I certainly haven't. You know, where I live, it's illegal to carry around a machete. Chasing drove to fucking Beech Creek from South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever the hell she lives. She drove there with a machete. Yeah, she uses a bullhorn, but I've never heard about a machete. That's crazy. Bullhorn carries a machete. Oh shit, she does, Indy? So maybe that's where Chasing got the idea from. So she's taking a page out of Bullhorn's book. That's incredible. Wow. I never knew that. See, I have to ask because I really don't know what the hell she does. So she must have learned that for like, why would you bring a machete with you? Oh, I'm guarantee you she's gonna say, oh, I needed it to cut the bushes. Or, oh, I took it with me in case I needed to cut a branch or whatever. This is not normal behavior. She doesn't, but she did mention buying one for searching in deep woods. Well, we've got Chasen over here saying she brought the machete instead of a gun. So clearly, you know, that's what it was for, I suppose. Machete Betty. That's kind of funny. That was funny. Plant Diva. It is dramatic and weird. Betty has bragged about having 2 machetes. Okay, so thank you. Chasing is doing what Betty does then. See, I didn't know that Betty did that. So Betty carries around a machete. And Chasing brought one to Ben Hill because she wants to be like Betty. Period. I mean, the fuck? Wow. That's just crazy. All right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks everyone that was here. I hope this helped in some way because this is going to refresh people's memories too. Chasing. It's going to be a long fucking weekend and a long week. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight and sweet dreams. And it's good to be back. I missed you. Okay, bye.